it ceases to be animative, basically. And then Moses grabs his clothes and then starts to dress himself. By this point now, everybody in the village or the town center have seen him run with his nakedness. And all of the kids of the village that used to they used to mock Moses for his deformity in his private nether regions, they all proclaimed that yes, indeed, Moses is well endowed and he has a perfect body.
Are you listening to? Wait, is this in Islam?
Yeah, this is part of the hadiths, basically. It's one of the hadiths. It basically dictates how like a stone took Moses's clothes and then ran through a city center. Then he had to take a stick. He struck the stone. The stone gave up the clothes. He put the clothes on him, and everybody saw him run with his nakedness. And then this is how they come to the conclusion that indeed his body was well endowed, and he was a perfect prophet. He was a very handsome man because they saw him run in his nakedness. As a Muslim, you have to believe in rolling stones. Rolling stones that steal your clothes. You have to believe it. And if you ask any Muslim, if they're well learned enough, they will say, yeah, it's a miracle from Allah. Allah got into the stone, made the stone steal the Prophet's clothes, and then the Prophet ran after it, angry, and struck it with his staff. And then the stone relinquished the clothes, and then he put the clothes on, and everyone saw his nakedness. Listen. Just to show that indeed he is well endowed, or he's got a perfect body and everything. Yeah, that's a part of Islam. Apart from the flying donkeys, you have to believe in that as well.
I've never heard this one before. I will go and find this out. See, somebody in the comments, God's 30 feet penis. Huh? If there is a hell and heaven, I hope you know that you are going straight to hell. With a name like that, I hope you know it's a one-way ticket. A one-way. You're good. Just don't bother. No be E.A. Adeboye be that. Yes, it is E.A. Adeboye. This man has single-handedly.
It's not it's not Adeboye. We want to say if no Peter, you no go make heaven. Come on.
Yes.
That video went viral.
Yes.
I don't like that statement at all.
Guys, no, wait, King. Just
boy, let her apologize.
Mute yourself, please. That was not an apology. That was nonsense.
It
was not an apology. That was ridiculous. How can you call that an apology?
Oh, manage. Can you explain?
Oh, 1 second. Just give me a minute. I want to let's introduce the live stream. Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Today we've got a different person today. Pastor E.A. Adeboye. And Pastor E.A. Adeboye will be doing a lot of features on our live stream. We will be doing a lot of features, and we will be talking about him a lot. Single-handedly, this man has done a lot of damage to Nigeria. Single-handedly, he has done a lot of damage. Do you know how many churches Adeboye has? Do you know how many churches he has? Hold on.
He has a plenty church. There's even one in our area here. He no want do our road for us.
Listen to this. Please listen. I want you guys to listen. This man, one church, one ministry, more than 50,000 No, let that one sink in. Please let it sink in. One man. Now, you know this Christianity religion, the religion of Christianity. Under that religion, there are different denominations divided into different denominations. Catholic, Protestant, Methodist, Baptist, right? Now, under the charismatic / Pentecostal, right? This is the kind of one that we have in Nigeria. Under that one now, that's where you now find the likes of this man, yeah? Now, he is just one ministry under a branch of Christianity, yeah? So one man, one church under this branch of Christianity. He has over 50,000 churches. One man and his ministry. 50,000. No, let that sink in. Now, those 50,000 churches, if you know how much goes through those churches every week, every day, if you know how much to build alone, City of David, right? The church that they built is City of David Church. Listen, the church, City of David Church, yeah? The Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG City of David Parish in Lagos, built its 14-story corporate and project complex, Trinity Towers, at an estimated cost of over 16.5 billion naira. One structure. One structure. It's magnificent. It is magnificent. Yes, absolutely. I haven't been in there, but it is magnificent. But please, what does a God need those kind of expensive buildings for? What? If these Christians are waiting to go to their home in the sky, what do they need the four walls of a church for? What do they need churches for? Why can't they stay in their houses and worship this God? But hey, listen to this. That Trinity Towers, an estimated cost of over 16.5 billion naira, which is approximately 33 million US dollars. What a bloody waste. What a bloody waste. What a waste. You know why it is a waste? Just for a minute, please, for those who are believers, for a minute, just indulge me. If your God does not exist, if the Bible God, the one that this man claims comes to drink tea with him, if that God does not exist, 50,000 churches built in the name of this God that does not exist. Hey, it's time to wake up, I'm telling you. Before they build any more churches, you have to ask them to provide the evidence for this God. You have to provide evidence. Enough is enough. So tonight, really, it's about the words out of this man's mouth. The words out of his mouth. Honestly, How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get to this point? Okay, before I say anything, King, do you want to say something? My pastor, my pastor. King, you keep saying, my pastor, my pastor, my pastor, my pastor. Please, just, please.
Oh, about the ear, Adeboye.
Your pastor is one of the problems.
It's what everybody do say, so it's not a new thing. But about the E.A. Adeboye, that man, he get problem. Even for our side, he's reading church full year every night. They disturb me from my sleep because they're doing night vigil. And the worst part of it, when we are trying to do all these compound meetings to help us, structure our road, the redeemed pastor said, instead of him to come and help so that he can do our road, it's now us doing the road for the redeemed church. Then they are not being happy driving on top of it. And the world also like they like taking another oil. They like taking they like washing feet.
You guys build roads. You build roads.
No. Like I'm talking about the church now, because the church is everywhere. So there's one in our side. They're always disturbing us every night. He said instead of them to allow us to sleep, they no fee allow us even less safe. So we don't even know what to even do. So like the road that we are in now is currently bad, but the Redeemed Church people, there's a way they did their own road. They now cut it half. It's only their own corner that the road is now good. So they now left the bad road. Instead of them, if they know they had the money to build the road, why did you not build it completely? So the Redeemed Church here is actually in our front here. It's always like the Redeemed Church is always disturbing us. We can't even sleep in the night very well because we'll be hearing sound and all of that. As if they are the only one that worship Jesus past everybody. And yet even the leader, what they call him, the E.A. Adeboye. Now he will even to say, if you know Peter, you know go make heaven. Now he will even to say when he was in the dream that he drank tea with God. My pastor came out, he attacked that one. Like talk say God never drinks tea with anybody. Now waiting my pastor take reply am with that.
What is the difference between your pastor and this man?
My pastor preaches grace, which is truth. Then this man, he preaches prosperity, all this prosperity gospel that if you no give, God not give to you. That's
your pastor preaches. Hold on, relax. Relax a minute. Your pastor preaches grace.
Yes, grace, yes, which is truth.
Explain what that means. What is preaching grace? What does that mean? And then the shift.
They have a lot of grace preachers. It's not only him that preaches grace.
No, what does it mean to preach grace? What does that mean?
Okay, grace means more about death, burial, and resurrection, which is Christ. That is grace. Yes, they're preaching grace.
No. Listen, I want you to please tell me and tell us. Okay. It's not just me. What does it mean to preach grace? I didn't understand the response you gave. What does it mean to preach grace?
Grace simply means you are preaching Christ.
Okay.
Yes.
Grace means you are preaching Christ.
Yes.
Thank you, Chief.
It is more about death, burial, and resurrection. So when I said he's a grace preacher, it means that he only talks about Christ in his church, Jesus Christ himself, cornerstone. Yes. That's when I say that is what I mean by he preaches grace, because they do identify them as grace preachers, because it's not only him, Bishop Michael Concord to Flourish Peter, Bishop Wale.
No. Listen. Okay, you know what? People in the comments, do you guys understand from his from his explanation, do you know what a grace preacher is? And I'm asking you guys now. Do you understand what a grace, when he says, my pastor preaches grace? All I heard was that his pastor, he just opens his mouth and wow. I don't get it. At some point, we need to be able to explain what it is that these men of God actually do. So if Abel Damina is preaching grace, okay, I'll give you one more opportunity. King, just one more, right? I'll just break down grace for me. Just, so what it is, right, about Abel that you think sets him apart from the rest. Just be very specific. I want to know, especially this. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Based on I go to church, based on I go to his church, and based on I worship under him, with the small knowledge that I know about him, is actually he preaches the truth, and he preaches what people need to hear in this our world. And secondly, he's not like every other pastor that if you give, God will bless you. If you don't give, God will not do this one to you. He doesn't preach like that, because his own explanation of giving is that when you give God, his own is that he's not forcing you. Because other pastors, the difference between him and other pastors is a big deal with him. Because when he comes in his church, they don't pay tithe. In his church, they don't sow seed. The only thing that they do pay is offering. And I like the way he do say it before he gives offering. He put it as we give to support the kingdom of God on earth. That's why the giving that we are giving is actually so that the ministry can advance to other people, so that it can be able to hear, so that people can be able to hear. That's why most people, if you see their ministry prospering, it's because of the tithing and all of that. But for his own, he say we give from our hearts. We don't give out of force. We don't give because God is going to bless you, because people have that kind of fear in them, in based on this religion of a thing, because they're under fear and condemnation that it's because if I did not give my tithe, this one happened to me. But Damina made it plain that if you don't have, do not give, but if you have, you can give. But and even said the other time that you cannot increase by giving, because givers always lack. Givers always lack, but we give to support the advancement of Christ on earth.
Givers always lack.
Yes, givers lack.
Givers always lack.
Yes, now giving lacks.
I thought givers never lack.
There's even a message self that even please say givers.
I thought givers never lack.
No, givers lack. So you want to tell me that the video are not these famous people as they're giving, they need the lack. It's because of their office. They know that tomorrow another money will come. That's why they are still trying to close their mouth so that they can just give to the poor, so that they can just help them, because they want to just help them. You understand?
The pastors always tell their followers, hold on, please. Hold on. The pastors always tell their followers, givers never lack. But my guy
no. I did not say that.
No.
I did not say that. I said that givers lack.
Listen to me. I said the pastors always tell the people that givers never lack. But my guy said no, givers lack. So now someone said something in the comments, right? So Abel Damina is collecting money to support the work of the ministry here on the earth. Abel Damina.
Yes.
God's work. They are supporting the work of God.
Yes. When I mean the work of Christ, when I mean the work of God, I don't mean by like they are giving God money or they are giving him money so that will spend on his personal self. I meant so that the advancement of the ministry, like when I say advancement of the ministry, in such a way that so that as they are paying, because most churches that are really genuine, they do pay those apps. You know all these YouTube apps now when they are doing live, so that can be able to reach out. Because
They pay
more
apps. They pay apps.
yes.
Okay. Hold on.
They do pay, and most times they do use it to run.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. So this God, you guys, you pay this you pay the monies, yeah, to Abraham for the work of Christ. For the work of Christ.
Yes.
And you don't see how you're making your Christ look very useless. Because your Christ now cannot, he cannot fund his own ministry. And wait, guys, please help me. People in the comments, I need help. Are there ministries in the Bible? Please, is there such a thing as a ministry in the Bible? Where do these preachers in Nigeria get this ministry, my ministry? What are they ministering? No, are there ministries in the Bible now? Please, I'm asking a question, I beg you. So now these people are giving money to Abel Damina to further the, what did he say? Advancement of, what, say that thing again, what did you say? To advance the ministry.
Advance the work of God on earth so that it can reach millions of people, so that their life can be blessed. Yes.
They give
just like now, the way people likes you and the way people like the way your page is, people always give you coin. They give you coin. Why they giving you coin? Because they want to make you a public figure. Just like, we are doing TikTok live now, and people are giving.
So you guys want to make
at a point,
God, you want to make God a public figure?
You don't understand what I'm saying, ma.
Are you trying to make God a public figure?
Ma. I respect you a lot. I'm just trying to explain.
I'm not disrespecting you.
Ma. I'm just trying to explain with your own understanding.
All right.
Just like the way this sniff God now is actually gifting you now. They are trying to make you more invisible so that people can know you.
His name is not Sniff God.
Sorry.
I better scatter my clothes.
Sorry, can I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay, like I was saying, like just the way people are gifting you, there's a reason why they are gifting you, because they love what you do, and they are not gifting you because of you are forcing them. It's because of they have. Because it's not a force. Is when you have, you can give. It's not by force. That's what I like about Damina, and because he had changed a lot. Because I know before he used to preach mumu, but now he apologized and he had made his own wrongs. And throughout a lot of years preaching the grace message and preaching more about Christ, he has actually changed. There's a big different. I won't lie. Based on my mom is a pastor, she's pastoring under his ministry and all of that. So leave that aside. But when I talk about giving in the church, they are giving so that the work of God, what people is hearing as they are getting blessed, so that other people can benefit from it. You understand? Just like a Pastor Chris now. Pastor Chris Olarukume. I don't know who that.
King is enough.
Pastor Chris that say 5 a G.
King is enough. King. Okay. King, it's enough. We have heard. Let me mute you for a second. We have heard. Guys, the best of them, Abel Damina, well, he claims to be the one to clean up Christianity. He's collecting money for the advancement of Sky Daddy's work. Sky Daddy sent Abel on a job. Sky Daddy cannot pay for his own job. Oh. Now Sky Daddy wants poor people to bring their money. How does any of this make sense? How? 141 million people in Nigeria are living in poverty. Yet Abel Damina is still charging. He's still asking them to bring money.
When did I say he's charging? I said it's out of your free will. You can give. If you know that,
it's okay.
He's still the same person that say give us lack. Give us do lack. It's not by force for you to give. It's when you have, you can give. If you know that you're poor, you will not give. It's only someone that is under fear and condemnation. They'll be giving lack.
I have heard. No need to cry. It's okay. We have heard. Abel Damina is collecting monies, but you must give it, what did he say? Cheerfully, or out of the abundance of whatever. He said, preach Christ, and they will bring money to you. Yeah? These people will bring money to you. Yeah, but anyway, we've got someone on the panel. Let's see. Prince Bashi. Prince Bashi, hello. Hello. Prince Bashi, are you there? Yep. Come on in. Prince Bashi, are you there? Guys, give me a minute, please. Is she here? Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm just a bit baffled, man. I don't know. You see, like the whole concept of like an all-powerful God, yeah, commissions like one guy, yeah, and then he commissions the one guy to instruct other poor people to give up, like, do you know what I mean, what means the most to them, to deliver his message. Like, I don't know, if God is all powerful, why doesn't he just deliver the message himself? Why does he need people to deliver his message? Like, if he's the creator of everything, why does he need these little foot soldiers to do his job for him? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And like I listen to the brother. He has, I don't know, high reverence or respect for Adeboye or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why don't God just flip a switch and just make his work just come true? Like, why does he need minions to hire other minions to do his work if he's all powerful? It makes absolutely no sense. If he's all powerful, he can do it himself, innit? Like, but you know what? It highlights, and I hope you're listening to me, brother, it highlights a much larger problem that we have within our African diaspora and community and everything. It highlights this belief system where believers of this God are just encouraged to settle for the lack of work being done, and just settle for the lack of service, the lack of product, as in, a government's supposed to take care of its people. Religious societies continue to encourage their followers to settle for the minimal. Instead of real action being taken, they say pray, because God loves to test people. Why is God testing us? What's the point of testing us, bro? If God knows everything, what's the point of a test? If he knows the outcome of a test, what's the point in testing us, bro? I'm telling you, please look at it. From what I'm saying, it seems that religion goes hand in hand with poor service to the people and government corruption, and religion seems to justify the lackings of these people in authority. They have authority. They're elected by the people. They have a responsibility to take care of the people's needs. But what do we see day in, day out? We see the rise of poverty, of desperation, of people suffering, and then the increase of religion saying, "Oh, naphobia, just pray about it, just pray about it." Why do we see so much poverty, so much disparity in the most religious places on earth? And then the people that reject God and take action, they take action. They stand up. They take action. Then they have the better results. But then us, we're still suffering. And then they say, just pray, just pray, just pray. Give your lost money. Your lost money is gonna give your biggest seed. Eh? Nah, wow, Danny. I said to God, listen. They say, give your lost money in hope, but then they're not taking action. They're not doing nothing. They're just encouraging people, pray more, pray more, pray more. You should find that suspicious, bro. You should find that very suspicious. You have children in China. They're learning how to make components for a car, for a computer. Then you have children in Africa. They're saying aripata, arupata, aripata, aripata, arupato, aripato, aripato. Ah! You should find that suspicious, bro. You should find it very disturbing. Why is it that religious belief is so like closely associated with poverty? Why is it? I know you're trying to stand up for Damina. Maybe he's a different preacher. I'll listen to your point. But do you not find it suspicious that there's a correlation between the most prayerful people and the most governmental injustices within that entity? There's poverty side by side with religious, because they say pray for a change. They don't say go and make a change. They say pray for a change. The change will come. Pray more, give more.
The more religious you'll have become, the poorer you have become. The more Jesus,
Yes.
the poorer you have become. The more Allah, the poorer you have become. And you will continue to become poorer. God, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, all these characters, they have never helped anyone. The only people that are benefiting from this God idea are the ones at the top. Ask them to give you, ask them evidence for this God. How do you collect money on behalf of a God that you cannot prove? Enough is enough. I think it was Vessel of Dishonor that sent me a video. A pastor was telling the people in the front of the church, empty your bank account and put it in mine. And in 10 days' time, watch what God is going to do. Like, what? Empty. This man, this Adeboye, tells his people that he is praying that there will be millionaires in his church. There will be billionaires in his church. God told him that there's going to be millionaires and billionaires in the church. Adeboye, why did the prayer not reach your own side? So that you will stop begging up and down the place. Why can't these people pray for God to give them all the money that they need so that they don't go and be asking people for money? Let me tell you, any religion, anything, any belief system that tells you to bring money, whether to advance a gospel or to whatever, any religion that you have to part your money is a scam. If that God existed, they should prove to us that the God exists by not collecting a single dime from anyone. Adeboye wants money, he should go outside. Adeboye needs to go outside and go and pray. God, shakalaka, oh, shakalaka, money. Send me money. Shokoloko, bangoshe. Give me my money. And then God will say, oh, angels, Adeboye is praying. Oh yeah, throw him the money. If your God cannot, see guys, you need to stop giving these people money. When people stop giving your monies to these people, then we will truly know who is called by God and who is not called by God. very quickly, the moment there is no more money coming, very quickly, you will know who was called by God. You will know the one that was called by God and the one that wasn't called by God. Very quickly. It's time for people to wake up. This God is a scam. Jesus, na scam. Jesus, the biggest scam ever. They told you that Jesus came down from heaven. It makes no sense. That this Jesus, he agreed with his daddy up there. Jesus and his daddy had a meeting. Daddy said, look, I need your blood. I need you to sacrifice yourself to me. And Jesus looked at the daddy and Jesus said, yep, let's go. Let's do it. How long am I going to be gone? Oh, you go to the earth for 33 years. How are we going to get to the earth? Oh, don't worry. The Holy Spirit will take you inside. Where's my... Oh, shit. I used to have this small little vial, right? I don't know how they did it. Maybe they emptied God's seminal fluid into the vial and gave it to the ghost. Yeah, ghost, you go down and go and overpower that girl over there. Your God really took his time to look for a virgin. Your God took his time to look for a virgin girl here on the earth. They said she found favor, a virgin. This God took his time to look around. We want a virgin, please. Where is the virgin? They say, okay, that one day. But God, she's engaged now to be married. Who gives a fuck? Just go and put the baby inside her. She was engaged to be married, this virgin. And God said, yeah, that is my virgin of choice. You need to wake up. It's foolish story. How did they put the baby inside Mary? Nobody can still answer that question till tomorrow. No, seriously, how? We know where babies come from. We know how, I've had babies now. I've had 2. I know the process from start to finish. Now somebody was coming to tell me that they skipped step 1, where you spread your legs. Oh, I don't know, depending on whatever style you do it in. Someone's trying to tell me that they skipped that first stage. That the baby just magically, miraculously, wondrously just found his way inside Mary's womb. Get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here. That is foolish stories. You have to wake up. You have to wake up. You have to wake up. People in the comments on YouTube, instead of crying, you are very ignoramus. Huh? Always speaking ignorantly as usual. Tell me what I'm ignorant about. Did your God not look for a virgin? Did your God not find himself a virgin? Did your God not send the ghost to the virgin? The ghost and virgin had an encounter, and now young girl is pregnant. So where is the ignorance coming from? If anyone is ignorant, it's you believers. Y'all are the ignorant ones. Because I would have asked, whoever has written the story, I will ask, so Mary has how many orifices, right? Mary has different orifices. So she has her eyes, she has her nose, she has the punani, she's got the backside, you've got the ears, right? The ears is one, yeah? Get the ears and the mouth. So please, which of the orifices did the ghost go through. And then you hear some people come and say it was a miracle. They made you believe in rubbish tales. They made you believe that a virgin was impregnated by a ghost. If you believe that, that's it. You're brainwashed. If you believe that a God came down, managed to put himself inside the virgin girl, and that is your God's salvation plan, you are brainwashed. They've got you. They don't get you. Brain is fried. Your brain is fried. You're cooked. They don't cook them. It's time to wake up. So those people saying that I'm ignorant, please come and tell me what I'm ignorant about. Hello, Suzanne. Religion is the biggest scam. Religion, you pay for something you can't see. And this is where faith and belief comes in. Just believe. You see them, they will come here every day. As a Christian, I just have to believe. It's okay. Keep believing. As a Christian, it's faith. I have to faith it. I have to faith. Okay. You have faithed your way to foolishness. You have believed your way to proper foolishness. Somebody has to wake you up from that slumber that you have put yourself in. God is a scam. If Spider's story was in a Bible, they will still believe it. Of course, now. Hello, Akani. Good to see you. What do you know about who God is? Sorry, which God? Someone's asking me, what do I know about who God is? How can you know anything about a God that has decided to stay hidden? How can you know anything about a God that you cannot see? You can't touch it, you can't feel it, you can't hear it, in fact, yesterday, we were told that God does not exist in this realm, that he exists outside of space and time. He's outside there somewhere. They say God is existing outside of space and time, but somebody is coming to ask me what I know about a thing that exists outside of space and time. Man. They pick what to believe and not believe. Yeah, Joe Child, absolutely. They torture us. Listen, I grew up in the Deeper Life Bible Church. They frightened the hell out of us. They told us about hellfire. I had a real fear of hell. Hey, fear. Oh, you don't want to know. It was traumatic. But hell, where now? Where is hell? Where is hell, people? The people that believe in hell, please, where is hell? How do you know that hell exists? It is not a brainwash. We love in the experience of what we heard and believe. Somebody said it's not a brain, they're not brainwashed. They love in the experience of what they have heard and believed. Shame on you. Shame on you. You heard and you believed. You skipped the part where you hear and you ask for evidence before believing. You skipped that part. You just believed. Anyway, let's see. We got Rainy King. Hello, Rainy King. Are you going to say something, Rainy King? And we need to listen to some of the words that came out of this Baba's mouth. I say you will wonder. What the?
Yes, so good evening, Afro.
Hey, Grumpy Grandpa. Good to see
Good evening,
you.
Blessed.
Yes, Rainy King, welcome.
Can you hear me?
Danny, you
Afro?
love your fantasies too? Hey, I love your fantasies for you. Mm.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you
Yes,
hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Hello, Vessel. Too. I'm greeting you. You see, I want to talk about this God concept that these Christians don't want to let go of. You see, what they are looking for. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
You see this God concept that they are always looking for. They will be surprised that the God that they're actually looking for is even them. It is we that is even the gods. It is we ourselves. What you are looking for in Sokoto is in your Sokoto. They will be surprised looking for God everywhere. When the evidence is there that there is no such thing as God. I always tell my friends that are religious, they know me. Some of them know that I've left the faith. I said, to be honest with you, I wish there is even a God. I used to tell them that I wish actually there's a God, because if there is a God, I gave them my reason for saying that. I said, if there is a God, that God will make a perfect world. That God will not make a world of chaos. Will not make a world of an imperfect world that will make his creation to be suffering. It's not, if you look at, let's look at our way of living now as parents. There's no way every parent wants the best for his children. And if there is a God that created us, that God will not want to even allow anything to hurt us. Will not. He will create a perfect world because he wants to keep his integrity intact. He will not want to allow room. He will not want to give room for people to question him, because it will show that he is imperfect. So that God will always make sure that he do his best, do everything he can that will not make people to question. For the fact that there is even room for questioning shows has already tell everything. And you see all these pastors that are making claims of heaven and hell. I want to say this platform for Christians that are here, those claims are lies. I went to heaven, Jesus took me to hell, Jesus took me to heaven, I saw some pastors in hell. All those things are lies. They just use it to maintain that fear, to make people to be scared, so that they can give money. Now they can continue to deceive them, to give money. All those ones are fear. All those claims are lies. Because if you say you go to heaven, Jesus took you to heaven, you see the place as beautiful as that. So why did you come back to earth? If the place is that beautiful, if the place is that beautiful and perfect, there's no way you will even tell Jesus that, please don't take me back to earth. I want to remain there. Does it make any sense? I've studied them. You see.
Rainy King, just one second there. I want to hear what this gentleman has to say. Yeah, because I like what you're saying, right? But particularly, we want to speak to these people that are too far gone. Yeah, just hold on. You might even might answer his question. All right, go on. If he has a question, go on, my King. Abi King, what is your name, King?
Okay. Based on what Raiki King said, I want
Rainy King.
Okay, Rainy King. Based on what you said about why will God still allow us to suffer, I can answer his question. For me, the Jesus in the Bible is love, because when God created us, he put into the universe abilities and systems. He put into the universe, he gave us the ability to make choices. Yes, that's to show you how God is. Because of because of a God that doesn't trust us, he will make us as a robot. So that means he will be the one controlling what we are doing. Yes, because of if God really created us as a robot, we will not have free moral will on earth to decide what we want to decide for ourselves. But to show you how God is love, he created us in such a way that we can even decide things that are against him. So we have the right to make the choice. But before you make the choice, you cannot determine the outcome of that choice. Because God has created us in such a way that we can make the choices for ourselves. So in this world, there are wicked people and there are good people. In this world, there are some dark realms and there are some light realms because of the fault.
He's already starting to get into the preacher mode. But hold on a second, King. I want to ask you something. Yeah, I want to ask you something.
Yeah. See, wait. Even that Adam and even that Adam and Eve in the Bible, people will say, why? Since God knew that Adam sinned, why did God?
No, it's okay. Let him. He was about to say his last point. Just hold on, please. Let him say his last. Go on, King. His mother is
what you said.
His mother is
muted.
No, not
sorry.
Sorry about that. Carry on.
If you know, if you know
the last part there.
Rainy, hold on.
You have not done your research. That is why you are saying all these things that you are saying.
No. Hold on.
When I was
Rainy, hold on.
Let me tell you something.
Rainy just wants Rainy, just hold on. Let him finish what he was saying.
Okay. People always have this perspective that since God knew that Adam was sin, why did God then create Adam? Because God knew that God is not saying that God did not know that he will sin. No, he knows that he will sin. But God said that even though if Adam mess up my choice, I will produce salvation. That's Jesus to cure man of that fall. So in God's mind, he already saw Jesus died before Adam was created. He already saw Jesus died before Adam was created. That he knows doesn't mean
Hello, King.
That was you to make the choice. But as Godfather,
King, hold on. King, hold on. Guys, did you hear him? That God already saw the death of his own son before creating Adam. Adam was the reason why God sent his son to come and be unalived. King is saying God had already seen the son dying prior to creating the one that would cause the problem, that would mean that would make this God have to send his son. Guys, don't you think that God is foolish? Based on that, don't you think that God is, that creating Adam is going to cause you to have to send your son to go and be unalived? And look at you still go ahead and create Adam, and now be getting angry when they eat of the tree. But this is not. He already knew this. No, this is. It's terrible. Okay, so the question I wanted to ask you, I know we will hear from Vessel.
Absolutely, you're correct.
Yeah, just one. King. So you said God created us, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
God created us in His.
So God, wait, hold on. God, the name God is like it's an umbrella term, right? For what people venerate and what people think is the ultimate supreme being or whatever. So people worship all sorts of different gods, yeah? Now, there are different gods being worshipped by people. Some of the gods, let me just mention some of the gods. There's Ammon, Antaeus. These are names of gods. worshipped by people. Ammon is a god of life. Antiochus is a popular god among the Berber people. Anza, that one is the god of rain. Asherman is the supreme god among the ancient Berber Canary Islanders. Atlas, the Libyan mountain god. Aulisua, a god worshipped at Pomaria Tlemcen. Belus, a Berber god who was the son of the goddess Libya. Froaranga, the Canarian god of the Canarian, where is it now? The Canarian god of men. Guraya, the name of a saint in Kabili. Gerzo is the Libyan god of the sun and also the god of war in Siratis. So when you say God created us, please, which of these gods created us? And hey, brand maker, which of these gods created us? Was it Gerzo? Was it Guraya? Was it Belus? Was it Aliswa? Was it Asherman? Who created us?
That's the God Almighty.
And who is he?
God Almighty. That's
God Almighty is an umbrella term. It's an umbrella. It's like a title that you give to a supreme being. So which of the supreme being, which of them created us? What is his name?
Supreme being, right? Is not Jesus. No, be Jesus will die for our sin.
So when you make a claim that it is God that created us, the people that believe in the God, Antiochus, will come along and tell us that it was Antiochus that created us. The one who believes in Asherman will say that it is Asherman who created us. The one who believes in Belus will say it is Belus that created us. So which of these gods created us, people? Which one? Anyway, vessel of dishonor, where are you?
But for me, from what I was taught, I was not taught that there are different gods. It's only one God. But I know there are different gods that serve in the shrine. Yes.
Of course, you will only be taught about the one God. But of course, because that is the God. That is the God that was brought to your people. So yes, you will be taught about only one God. In fact, they will tell you that it's only that one God that exists, and that's not true. There are many gods being worshipped by people on earth. Many.
I know now. Even when you watch all this Nigerian film, you see shrine. They'll be there doing like they're calling gods, mommy water or baby power water, so that they can come and wash. They can come and wash their cleans. They are, so that they can give them money, something like that. The things will happen in the villages now in Nigeria here. All these Anambra, they are the king there. They sabi worship shrine. You have not seen anything. But from what I know, is only one God. This is actually my first time hearing from you that there are different gods, and this one is named so this one, and this one is named so God.
Who told you there's only one God? Who told you that?
Was not what you also said. You said is the God that they gave to us. That's why we only believe that there's only one God.
Now I'm asking you, all right?
Yeah.
How do you know there is only one and not 1,000?
When they give it to me, my mom, any step that mommy step and takes, we follow the step. Then because mommy is always claiming that she knows Bible, she knows this one, all those kind of things. So it's now our own choice to to obey her, because Adibin is
Vessel of
not
the
because
Son,
of our
please,
moms.
what's your
Adibin is not because of our parents, our African parents in this our Nigerian country. By now, a lot of Gen Zs will not even know God and all of that.
Fantastic. A lot of them are growing up and they don't know God. And I'm very happy.
A lot of Gen Zs are growing up and they are not knowing God, but because of their parents, that's why they're now trying to now know Him, because of the way their parents will force them to, go to church. If you don't go to church, I'll give you.
Wait, did you say their parents will force them?
Yeah, yes. Now there are some families like that. There are some families that every morning around 6.
You see what he said. People are forced to go and learn about this.
Even this one said that is to annoy me.
King, it's enough. King, it's
me.
enough. King, it's enough. Okay. Vessel of the Son, please speak. They're forcing people now to go and know about this, their God. Is Vessel there?
I'm here, Afro. I'm just I'm trying to choose my words carefully.
Please.
King said some really disturbing things. Right? It made me wonder if we're even living on the same planet with him. Because and then he seemed to go off the rails at some point. Afro, come back to the...
I'm here. I'm not gone. I'm here. I'm eating something. That's why I don't want to be munching in front, but I'm here.
Right. And then he seemed to go off the rails the way he was working himself up. I don't know if anyone else heard it. He was getting himself all hyped up. That for me was really disturbing. We're just here having conversation, but someone would start to, it was just quite weird. And in everything that he said, I didn't get anything positive out of it at all. Why does a God need fundraising? If the God is powerful enough to send his son to unalive for the whole world, why does that same God need fundraising in order to push his word? Why does the same God need Abel Damina, of all people? So King might actually be worshiping Abel Damina as God and not God as God. This guy came up in defense of Abel Damina. And I find that really disturbing because he's a believer just like you. The only difference is he's got access to a microphone and a large crowd of people, which you don't. However, you're the same, you're literally the same, you eat, you drink water, both of you go to the toilet, both of you feel pain. You're humans, right? But you're placing him on a pedestal as if he is superior to you, which again is quite dangerous, right? King needs to reset. He needs to rethink, but I feel like he's too far gone for that.
He's a young man, so maybe we might be able to save this one. Might be able to to save him. But anyway, do we have somebody else on the panel?
Could I ask him a question? A few questions.
Go on. Ask your question, then we'll speak to.
Is it King that was speaking, trying to justify all of the shortcomings? Yeah. So my first question.
Abel Damina speaking.
Yeah. Which, like, for the most part, none of it makes sense. I'll be like completely like brutally honest to you, but we'll continue. The question is, so you mentioned when you were speaking, you said that like God did not make us as robots and everything, which means basically that we have free will and we have like option to accept or deny like Jesus or God or whatever, or Yahweh, whatever you believe in. Yeah. My first question is Yahweh or Jesus or God or whatever you believe in, is your deity all knowing?
Sorry, say what? Like, is it death shall be what?
Does your
Sorry,
God know everything? You said
yes, because
that God
he's
places us.
because he's in the Bible. It's actually in the Bible. It says that he knows the beginning from the end and the end from the beginning. But
Awesome.
that he
Awesome.
knows.
Okay. Just stop there.
He knows everything.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Just stop there. Okay. So the first credentials, he knows everything from the beginning to the end. He knows everything. Yeah. Yeah. Quick question before we move on. Yeah. How do you know that to be true? Because it sounds like a claim made about someone, but then we have no way of proving that. Do you have any way of proving that surely he knows everything from the start to the end and everything? Do you have any method that you can prove to us that claim is definitely true? Or are you just taking the word of another person?
I'm not taking the word from another person. I'm actually saying it because it's what I do see in the Bible and it's what I know. And
Okay,
I've
hold on, bro. Like, let's take this word by word, because I think you need to like definitely like take very serious account of every word you say. Yeah.
Okay.
I just said to you, do you have any verifiable methods that we can take that claim to be true? If somebody says that God knows everything from the beginning of history to the end of history, how do you, as a finite human being, have the capacity to even falsify that? Do you have the ability to even fact check that to be true? Because it sounds like a bombastic claim. It sounds like an outlandish claim. It sounds like a claim where, like, even if you had like a ruler as long as the universe, you wouldn't be able to calculate it. How do you know that this entity knows everything from before to now to the end? How do you even quantify? How do you even put that into position to prove to us that you know that to be true? Does it not sound like a bombastic, outlandish claim?
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you, brother?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Well,
So how do you know that claim to be true? How can you verify that? Just by logic. How can you explain that to the most basic human being, that you know that for a fact to be true? That this invisible entity that we've never seen, we've never experienced, he definitely has this attribute. How do you measure that to be true to us and prove it to us outside of the claim?
No, based on what I've seen on television and what I've seen physically. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the honesty. I love that, man. So based on what you've seen from television and other people's
and dreams
claim,
too.
no
Dreams.
evidence, just
yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the comfort. I mean the honesty. I appreciate that. Your conclusion is drawn by other people's reaction, basically. Yeah. No proof, just other people's reaction. Yeah. Now, my next question is this. Yeah. Given the premise that God is all knowing of every single thing within the universe, he has, by definition, he has the capacity to know who will sin, who will believe, who will disbelieve, who will accept him, who will reject him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So if God is all knowing, and I assume he's all loving, and he knows the outcome and everything, why would God create a whole subset of human beings knowing that they're gonna reject him no matter what he does, and then punish them afterwards? Would that not mean that he creates certain people just for the sole purpose of punishing them?
God there has already given you the choice. Choose light or you choose darkness. Choose whether you want to believe in him, or you can choose whether not to believe in him. If you do not believe, he won't do anything. A lot of things can still be happening to you on earth, because there are a lot of people who doesn't believe that.
Wait. One second. You just said if you don't believe, he will not do anything. Is that correct?
Yes, he will not do anything to you. In fact, if you even he will even love you. He will love you.
Hold on. There's a couple of people listening. You just said if you do not believe in God, he will not do anything to you. Is that what you just said?
If you don't believe in him, he won't do anything to you, because you will not even see him. Like just like you guys, you people don't believe in God, right? You will say that God is a scam. But is he doing anything to you people? No. It's when the end time come.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It's when the end time come.
All right. Cool. So why did I say that you need to repent and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Otherwise, you'll be cast to hell and everything. You're just describing someone that doesn't believe and everything. Why does you just said in one statement, you said
because
if you don't believe, nothing will happen to you. Hold on 1 second, brother. 1 second, brother. You just said in one statement that if you don't believe, then nothing will happen to you. God won't do anything to you. But everybody here knows that not believing that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior is a one-way ticket to hell. So what do you mean that God won't do anything to you if you don't believe? That contradicts.
Okay. What I mean is that if you don't believe, God won't do anything to you, but not in the sense that he will not be blessing you. He will still be loving you as far as you're on this earth. It's on the end time. If you don't still agree, that's when you are on your way to hell. Yes, because God is love. Jesus Christ is love. If you want to know God's character, look at Jesus' character from the Bible. So wait,
brother, just chill. You just made a differentiation between end times. You just said that if in the end times that you reject the message, then you'll be sent to hell. Yeah.
Yes. So, that's for the unbelievers. Yes.
Okay,
there is no.
What does that mean? What does that mean? So what does that mean? Everybody that rejected Jesus Christ before end times, they get a free pass, and then everybody that rejects Christ at the end of end times gets a one-way ticket to hell. Because what I'm trying to say to you is that what you're saying, it doesn't align up with like Christian beliefs as far as we know them to be. I think you're probably making your own comfortable version. I don't think what you're saying aligns with what people have been taught and everything.
Okay,
do you get what I'm saying?
Wait, let me come again now. Can I?
Okay, try again. Yeah.
Okay. See, in the Bible, it says that whoever believes in Christ shall have eternal life, but shall never perish. So So when I mean eternal life, because some people don't even understand what is that eternal life. Because of once they believe, they'll be like, but how come we are still dying now and there's no life? Because they'll think eternal life is like jazz, that okay, they took me sword not to enter because I believe in Christ. So some people
okay, brother. For the sake of saving time, I understand what eternal life means. Hurry up to your point. For the sake of time, I get your concept. What's the point you're trying to make?
The unbelieving, when people don't believe in Jesus Christ, God is not going to force you, because God already given you the power to make the choices, right?
Okay.
So as God gave you the power to make the choice, you can make the choice whether you want to not believe in him, and he can even allow you to make the choice so that you can even choose things that are against him. because he is God, nothing takes him by surprise. And secondly, when you don't believe in Christ, it's not as if he will not stop loving you. You keep on still love you. In fact, he even love you to hell. So for the fact that a man will come out and say that,
Wait,
that the fact that a man will come out and say that whatsoever God does not do does not exist is a fallacy.
Hold up. My guy. Christ would love me to hell? Did you just say that?
Yes, Christ will love you to hell because of he loves you. He
everybody. King, you're going around. You're gonna piss me off now, King. Talk from. Hold on. Go back to the Bible that you're reading and talk from that Bible. Don't just talk from your head. I've been dying to. I'm not. Right now, you're coming with things from your head, yeah. So I beg you, go back into your Bible and stick to the Bible and let us know what the Bible says. I've got Bible open in front of me right now if you want to quote it. But good evening, everyone.
The guy said, God will love you to hell.
He's just malaki now. He's chatting gibberish. Maybe he's English is not his first language, so he's finding it difficult to express himself. No. Good evening, everybody.
Knowledge asked him.
I've been listening, and he's waffling over and over. The same thing he's going to say again. If they ask him another question, it might go a different way, but he'll be chatting things that it don't make sense. It's not going to add up. So maybe he can express himself. Maybe there's a different language that we could question him in. He might be able to express himself. But can I quickly address something before I forget, please? Go on. I'm going to address something before it goes out of my head because I didn't plan to come here. I was just hearing it from FIP. For the proof of whether there's God or not, I'm going to pull one out quickly. I'm a Yoruba boy from Nigeria. Before the Bible ever existed, we knew there was God. We had no religion, it's just tradition we had, and everything that aligns with the Yoruba people worship God. Now, King, I'm sure if you go and study the Bible properly, you will know never to answer God's question. Whenever anybody is asking God a question or wants to know the mind of God, you can never know the mind of God, so stop asking. I'm sure this is why this pastor is being called a liar right now, and you're falling in that same line. So I'm going to go back to the thing I was talking about. God in my language, in Yoruba language, Ajuba Koda, Ajuba Sheda. Look at that. So from our language, from the talking, there's a thing called Ifa, is like a deity that people consult. It's like a medium people consult to talk to their ancestors, dead people, and know their destiny in this life. When a child is born in Yoruba land, they'll go and ask Ifa, what's the destiny of this child, so that they'll know which line is going to be put in. It could be a farmer, it could be a fisherman, it could be a mercenary. Ifa would direct you in all those things. And excuse me. What is the Ifa people talking to? When they start the incantation in my language, the first thing they mention is Mojuba Koda Asheda. What does that mean in English? The first person, the creator. So we Yoruba believe that there's God. Now, with everything that we've had about our history that is left, because probably history was edited even for the Yorubas, after colonization and that. There is kings like Shongo, Oya, Obatala. These are people that lived on this earth that we can reference to, that if I was to put you to, there's a bit of sculpture of them. There's something very vivid that we can still see, even to present date. There's things still existing about the goddesses in Yoruba land that, yes, people recognize them to be goddesses. And there's a main god they tribute to, because people will be saying, Eshu is not the devil. Eshu also is a messenger, like one of the oracles, and that I've been studying about that. I can't say nothing about it right now because I'm still making a lot of research to see how true this thing are. But when you talk about God, there is a proof. Please don't let's make mistakes. Now, how you perceive God, how you receive God is different. E.g., you got kids. If you got kids here, you know what I mean. All your kids are going to be different.
Sorry. You said there is proof of God.
Yes, there is proof of God.
And what is it? What's the proof?
The proof is like the Ifa thing.
What Ifa? What is Ifa?
Ifa is a medium of you communicating to the unseen things and things that are above our normal brain.
What is it? Is it a stone? Is it a brick? What is this thing you
communicate? Okay. Like I said, it's a medium. It's not a stone. It's not anything. It's something you have to learn. You have to know what to do with Ifa. You can't just wake up tomorrow and know what to do with Ifa. No, Ifa is something that you would learn. If you had a Ifa priest in your family, they would have been teaching you or training you from childhood to know what is what. With Ifa is a medium.
Okay, so you're saying that to know
just
about,
like you go to a talisman.
To know about Ifa, you need someone to teach you about Ifa.
Yes, Ifa is something that is being taught. You can't just pick it up. I'm sure they said in the history.
So Ifa can't teach you by himself, but
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That in the history, there's people that has been born with the knowledge without being told.
Some people are born with the knowledge
of Ifa. Yeah, they've never been taught. Nobody did that in their history or in their lineage before them. So there's been history of people born with the knowledge of Ifa. You can go and cross-reference it and check if you got the time. The thing I would say about it is not until you make some research about these things, you might not find out. I've already done my own research with God, through other mediums, like e.g. Ifa, other things, and I believe there is God. Now with Jesus Christ.
Well, so far so good. All I'm hearing is it's like a belief system.
Practically, yeah. It's a belief system. I'm just going to happen to call it a relationship as well. You have to deserve to want to have those you might have your earthly father, and you don't speak to him, or mother, and you don't communicate with them. Same with God, I believe. You could choose not to speak to him. You could choose to want to find out more about him, but it's probably only speaking to you without you knowing.
So does Ifa actually exist as a person, or what is this Ifa thing? I want to know what that is.
I don't know if you know anything called oracles, medium, deities. Ifa is a medium. It's not even a deity like that.
A medium?
Yeah, Ifa is a medium. You use it in common. E.g., for example, people could go to Ifa and want to know what caused their great-grandfather's death or what their destiny is or something.
You go to Ifa?
Yeah, you go to Ifa.
And then?
There's always going to be a Ifa shrine. There's always going to be Ifa priest. And same, you could go to Oshun River. There's all these people called Yeye Oshun. Same way you could go to the Shongos and the Oguns. There's different ones that you could go to. But the only one I could prove to you now, or I could say, oh, fair enough. I've tried asking a few questions that was irrelevant to whatever God and any question, and if I was right with me. So I believe that.
So basically, this is just it's a man-made concept in the sense that you have to go and meet another man to go and communicate with whatever you think this thing is.
Yeah.
So how do you know that that person is truly communicating with the whoever you think you're speaking to? How do you know?
Well, this is why I said I asked a few questions that wasn't anybody's thoughts. It was my thought and my question, and they answered it 100% right. Without me, it wasn't anything to do with what I went there for. It was just me testing the authenticity out, whether they were fake or they were real. This is me just.
And you were testing them, and how did you test them?
By asking questions that only me could know. By asking questions, I didn't even speak to the man. I only spoke to what he told me to speak to, and he gave me the answer. Like, wow.
But then, brother.
Wait, hold on. Did you say you went to a shrine? Is it a shrine?
I didn't go there. That's what I'm saying. The man gave a little piece of stone. He said, speak into that whatever you want. That's all he did, and I sent it back to him, and everything.
Hold on. You spoke to a stone.
Not stones, more like some little kind of pellets, calories, beads, if you want to call it. I'm not sure, but it was about 3 of them. Yeah,
Spoke
and
to the stone and
yeah, I said some secret words into it, and if he can give me the answers to what I've said, this means it's authentic. If he can't identify to what I'm saying, you will be fake. And I've proven, I think I've tested him about 7 times or 8 now, just to know what it could be. A question of, yeah, what is the color of this? What is the weather going to be? What is tomorrow going to be? What did I do yesterday?
Really? So you actually go and test this man on what did I do?
Yes.
What did I do yesterday?
With questions of even last year questions.
My guy, you can ask this person to give you the cure for cancer. You can ask this person to give you just the answer to the world's problem.
I could. You're very right. You're very right. But at the time, I didn't know whether it was real.
You're asking him, what did I do yesterday?
Fair enough. I could ask him to give me the answer to the world's problem, only if I know it's true. But for somebody that I'm still trying to test to know whether it's real or not, I'm still studying about, even right now, I'm studying about Ifa myself.
And then I don't know if Ifa is doing you right, because if Ifa cared about you, Ifa would talk to you directly. We don't need you to go and be talk. 7 times now you're trying to test this Ifa guy, this person that is connecting you with Ifa. 7 times.
It's not even a person. I'm going through the college right now. I enrolled in the college myself. It's not to do with the man that was testing.
College of what?
Learn about these things, just like you go to school for Bibles and that. You could go to college for different history of your life, but I chose to know more about Ifa right now. But that is not let's not talk about Ifa too much. Let's not talk about Ifa too much.
Ifa has a college.
I think so, not just one. There's
That's
one.
what you said. You are enrolled. You said you are enrolled in the college?
Yeah, I've done the one on the line. I'm just telling you, I found out there's a college in Brazil. There's one in Florida. There's a few probably in Nigeria. How good those ones are, I don't know. And maybe there should be 2 in London itself right now.
Wow.
Okay. What is the topic is that there is God. And how I know there is God is proving it all my life.
No.
I don't need the Bible or the Quran or even the Ifa to prove this one to you.
No,
I just know there is God.
No, there isn't.
So how do you believe we exist in this world? There must be a being controlling this world. What is it?
Why must there be a being?
So you don't believe in all these other forces?
Why must there be a being that controls this world? Why?
See, there's no being that controls this world. Everything that there is God. Me, you, Afro, everybody, nature is God. Forget about these things that these people are telling you. It's just a concept of human being. Everything that there is the God. The God you are looking for is you yourself. It is you yourself. You are looking for what is in your Shokoto, in Sokoto. It is you, because we can see ourselves. We can help ourselves. If you ask me for help now, and I render that help to you, I'm your God. If I ask you for help, you give me that help, you are my God. Because we see each other, we feel each other.
Please,
we are the God.
Please, can I ask
everything that
can
there
ask
is?
One question, please.
In this
can I ask
nature
one question,
is God.
please?
This is simple.
Go on.
So you never had an experience in your life that you said some prayers only known to yourself and you got the results.
Bro, my guy.
See, look, for the fact that good thing happened to you doesn't mean your prayers are answered. That is how existence works. That's the mechanism of existence. You are just lucky to get it. You understand? Okay, you can ask.
Wait, hold on, knowledge. Hold on 1 second. Chukwuebuka, atheism is not a belief system. Atheism is not a belief system. An atheist lacks a belief in a God or deities. An atheist don't have a belief. So it's not a belief system. Please carry on. Knowledge.
Yeah, DA. Sorry, man. All right. So wait, you said that you spoke to some pellets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the pellets speak back?
The man answered back. The pellet could speak.
Huh?
If the pellet was speaking, I can hear it. The man responded with the answers.
Oh, so wait, you spoke to the pellets and then the man translated from the pellets to you. Is that what happened?
Every answers that I needed, the man gave me.
Okay, what did the pellet say?
The pellet didn't speak, and if he spoke, I didn't hear it. Like I said, I'm not a priest. I don't know how to consult him. I don't know how to talk to the kind of things. It would need a priest to do that. But I was just saying with that as an example that before the Bible ever existed in Africa, they've had that kind of system already.
Yeah.
No.
The fact has existed longer before Bible.
My guy, hold on. My guy, right? Please, I want you to just for a moment, yeah? For the rest of us that don't believe in these things, we're listening to a grown man, He was speaking to stone. You were talking to an inanimate object that you sent off to the Baba. I don't know whether you were trying to tell, please let me understand. You told the stone the thing, and the stone went back to tell the Baba the thing, or how?
There is forces in this world that we can't see with our naked eyes. I need you to believe that tonight.
Inside the
stone?
stone?
Good reason.
Inside the stone?
Everywhere, the tree, water, everything is called spirit.
Why do we need all these things? Me and you, we are here. We can talk together. If I need you for something, I can call on you to help me. Yeah? So why do we need all these other things you said that are called spirits? What do you need these things for?
Okay. There is some people in this world that's got the knowledge of it, and they manipulate it, use it to the advantage or to the profit.
What do we need them for?
And for us that don't have the knowledge, we become victims of those people that got the knowledge. That's what it is. You might say you don't need it. I don't think I did need it for a while because it wasn't something I thought I would ever want to find out if there's anything, in this world. Where it got to a stage in my life where I needed to make a research. I needed to find out. I can't just be in the world and not know. If there is something out there, I want to know. If there isn't one, I want to know.
So your knowledge that you have acquired, you wanted to know if there's something out there. So now you know that there's something out there. So what has that knowledge of that thing out there, what has it done for you?
I'm still in the search. I don't think I already know it all. If I know it all, I'll be telling you for fact, or I'll be proving it to you myself right now. But I don't know it all. So I'm still in the middle.
So basically,
you are still testing.
Can I ask you something?
Hold on. You are still testing the Ifa priest, yeah?
Not just if I'm talking to God directly now. And
Then
I wish to start hearing from him
why do
very
you
soon.
need the Ifa priest if you're talking to God directly?
Well, at the time I was making all my search and inquiries, I needed to find out what was true or not. Just the way they pushed Islamic and Christianity to our face, I wanted to know what the Africans did before all those things came.
Okay. All right then. So basically, you went in your search. You went in your search to find God and everything. You met some random guy and he told you to speak to some pebbles or pellets or whatever it is. And then after you're speaking to the pellets, you got no information, yeah?
I had information. I had information that made me feel like it was authentic enough.
Okay.
I didn't follow you. Whatever they told me to do after that.
Hold on, brother. I'm trying to make sense of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you started this journey in search of you're trying to find God and everything. You met a random guy and he told you to speak to some pellets. You spoke to the pellets and then you're still at square zero, basically. Is that fair to assume?
I'm not.
You're no further.
Why would you say I'm at square zero?
Okay. What did
for me to believe in the Ifa thing? Yeah.
What did the pellets tell you that advanced you in your research? What did you learn from the pellets that significantly improves your conquest?
Thank you. All right. With the question,
what did you receive from the pellets? What information did you get from the stones? And how many stones was it? Like, were they round? Were they rectangular? Were they rhombus shaped?
If I have a thing, I'll probably take a picture of them if I still can look for the picture and I'll upload it right now and let you see. I can't really tell you what they were, but it's not something I'm used to or I've seen before that time. That's why I can't really even tell you what they're made of or how they became about. But to my best of knowledge, for something I didn't know about.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you though? That's what I'm more interested in. What did they tell you?
For example, I did ask 3 questions to start with.
Yeah, you said you asked the pellets what the weather's going to be like tomorrow.
It wasn't weather. I asked.
What else?
There's questions that I did ask. The thing. There was questions I did ask personal.
Bro, you had 3 magical questions, and one of the questions was, "What's the weather going to be like?" I heard you, bro. You said
E.g. you could ask what would the weather be like. I said E.g.
Okay.
For example, I didn't say that was what I asked. What I asked was something personal to my life, which I probably don't want to share here for every reason known to me. But for me to have a little belief on that medium, that's all I needed to do that time. To say, okay, you know what, you passed Mac. It's not something I would like to do or know much about. This is why I enrolled in the college to say, wow, let me see. This is a funny thing.
Sorry, sir. Have you ever paid that IFA priest?
To be quite frank, not a thing. The things they told me to do, I never went through with it.
Okay,
to be quite frank.
So they asked you to go and do some things.
Well, they asked me to do some baiting things and some next things that I've never really considered that I'll do it. Why? Because at the time I didn't even believe in it too.
Okay, so you didn't pay a dime for this, but
I never did. The consultation was totally free.
Now, so now they asked you to go and bath or something.
Yeah.
Bath in a river or?
I can't remember exactly what they asked me to do around the time, but I did not take no notes because I had no intention of doing it because at the time, I did not believe in it. You
said you were testing them.
Yeah,
so
for example, if I was testing something,
how will you know whether these people are real or not if you don't follow through with everything they ask you to do?
To be quite frank, I didn't think anything they were doing at the time was true. I didn't believe in it. This is why I didn't follow through. But right today, from what I've seen all over again, and I've met more people, I believe, okay, there's something called IFA, and yeah, they do consulting. I've tried it. I did consult one guy. Consultation was free. It was a phone, over the phone, over WhatsApp thing. And the question I did ask was perfectly answered to me. So I can believe maybe that thing works. Now that I'm enrolling in the college, I might know the trick. I might know the ends and how they do it. Whatever they're doing, I'll get the
question, please.
Just 1 second. 1 second. So what I don't understand is this IFA priests and shrines and all these things. When you go and see where the IFA priest himself lives, the communities where these shrines are, even you will not want to be seen in those kind of places. You would not want to live in the. So why is it that IFA priests have never used their knowledge to benefit themselves and their communities? Why haven't they used IFA to benefit their lives, their families' lives, and the community that they live in?
You will need to go and ask them themselves why. I can't answer that for you. I'm not a priest in that. But I would like you to Google some IFA priest in Brazil. Maybe
wait. Like let's hold on onto that point. Yeah. You see the people that bang judge, like money ritual. Yeah. Why is it that the person that bangs the money ritual always lives in a mud hut? Why doesn't he have a mansion? Why does the witch doctor, he always promises that your children will go to America, but his children have not gone to America? Why is it that the guy that promises that he can do the spell to bring you unlimited amounts of money, he looks like he has no money himself? Have you not found that suspicious, my brother?
He looks like he needs food. He needs to eat.
I believe some powers that people possess will end up consuming them. That's
What?
the thing about it. I believe that the power some people possess end up consuming them.
So wait, hold on, wait.
Knowledge, somebody else has a question. Let's get on to someone else has a question.
Okay, so how much are you paying for this course?
I think it's about £400 to £500 in total, but it goes into three different sections or something like that. There's a first section where it's just registration, then there's a 250 fee and some little thing, but everything comes to about 300 to 400, I'm sure.
So how many people are enrolled in the course? Do you know?
Not
But
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of crowd going towards it, or maybe they draw me. I seen the crowd that was there though. So if they're all enrolling, I'm not sure yet. If they're all ex-students, I don't know. So
if you took that £500 and invested it for your future or whatever, don't you think that's actually something that will be more viable for yourself?
But don't you think knowledge is me investing in my future already?
No, because you've fallen for a scam.
You think so?
Yes, it sounds like a scam. It sounds like an Eskimo. It sounds like someone. Hold on. It sounds like someone trying to sell ice to Eskimos. That's what it sounds like. Whatever knowledge you're going to get from this, it's not going to help you in any way. Your life is still going to remain the same way it is. You're going to be £500 down. You're going to waste time that you're not going to get back on this thing. Right?
That's not dishonor. His life is not going to remain the same, right? He's going to be poorer for engaging with this thing because now he's going to cough out that money. So his life is not going to remain the same. His life is going to be even considerably worse because now he's parting ways with his money.
If you've got that kind of cash and you just want to spend it, there's some charities, like for example in the Congo, where they're helping displaced people. There's so much stuff you could do with that money. But no, you're taking your money. Hold on. You're taking your money to give individuals that are out there offering courses on how to connect with Ifa. For me, as an African, I find that very disrespectful because the people who are born into the lineage or the people who are Yoruba do not need to pay for a course to know who Ifa is. They get the knowledge for free. It is handed down to them. So are you Yoruba?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's Yoruba.
So as a Yoruba man, what happened to the elders in your family? Why are they not teaching you these things? Why do you feel the need to go and pay somebody £500 to teach you about your own heritage?
You really want me to answer that?
I did ask the question.
Can I just say?
Because there's no elders to teach me.
1 second.
If there was somebody to teach me to pass it down, then I wouldn't be paying for it. Don't you think so?
1 second. Vessel of dishonor.
Yes.
Please do not forget that a lot of the people have been indoctrinated into the other religions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there really may not be anyone to tell him exactly about his own people. Yeah, this is the problem a lot of people face because they've all become Christians and Muslims and all these things.
But I can guarantee you, Afro, that this commercialization of Ifa has got nothing to do with Ifa. The man can take that £500, buy a ticket to Nigeria, go to his village.
How do you know that, though?
At the end of the day, he will know more about Ifa than what he's going to be taught in that college, because this is a money-making scheme.
Exactly.
You believe something, you'll fall for anything, right? That is how belief works. You
like
end
it
up
that you said
falling
I
for
should go back to my
anything
village.
and everything. You don't need this BS, but you've decided to get yourself entangled in it. Even talking about, oh, Brazil, oh, Florida, oh, this, they've got branches and this, that, and the other. Belief systems are out there to make money for people who are running it.
So he said we should go and Google Ifa priest in Brazil.
Imagine
a Yoruba man. Say we could go look.
Brazil, the people in Brazil are even.
Yeah, you said that
practicing-
it's
the
because
people in
you said
Brazil-
the one that is in Nigeria or the Ifa people was living
The one
poor,
that is in
and
Brazil.
the one in Brazil is living nice. It's
The
living
one in
nice.
Brazil
Maybe the
is
one in
even-
Africa, it was told you can't live nice. Maybe the one in
Told by who?
by the Ifa itself. I
So
know.
Ifa-
She asked
Ifa
a
will-
question and said,
You're not
why did they live in
making
poverty?
sense.
She
You're
asked
not
why they
making
live in
sense right
poverty.
now. So if I will tell one, you live in riches, you live in poverty.
I would add what
That
Ifa
makes sense
said.
to you?
I don't
You're
know
basically entangled in another version of Christianity, and they've labeled it Ifa. That is what you're doing. You're literally in Christianity, but doing things a different way, so you think you're not in Christianity anymore, but literally you are. You mentioned Bible colleges. Now there's Ifa colleges. In Africa, there's nothing like Ifa colleges. We never had colleges to teach people, to teach complete strangers our secrets, our practices, our traditions. It's unheard of. Anything that has been commercialized has done so for the sole purpose of making money for someone. You're literally buying Ifa.
Usually, if it was a community that the thing is being practiced, you would probably, your parent would summon you to go, or the fat would choose you, and from young, you know what you're doing. But we don't have those community anymore. I'm not going to go
There
back
are many
to the village.
communities in Nigeria that practice
Yeah, I'm
Ifa.
not going to leave. I'm not going to leave and go and sit over there.
Yeah,
I probably
so
want to pay somebody.
You're gonna fall for the scammers.
Yeah, no, I'd rather pay
You're
that
gonna
man
fall
in
for the
that village to say,
scammers
teach me.
and get a watered down version of what Ifa is. They're gonna lie to
But
you.
at least
This
I've
is
got
why
a
you
little bit of knowledge
this is
about
why
it, just
you
like
meet
I have about the
somebody.
Bible too.
This is why you're just meeting random people who are giving you pieces of bones or stones to talk to and throwing it on the ground. You sound like an educated person, but when you talk about these things, you sound like someone who is uneducated, right? What you're saying, I would expect it from someone who grew up in a village somewhere in the middle of nowhere, not somebody who has experienced life in Europe or experienced other aspects or has traveled to other places and has had the experience of other cultures and life in general, right? You sound like an uneducated person who's just been brainwashed and indoctrinated.
Well, call
And
me
I
an
find
illiterate.
people like
Hold
you.
on, you could
I
call me
find
an
people
illiterate. I
like
could even
you.
take that.
It's okay.
I find people like
I will
you
give
very
you a little
dangerous.
Why I came in here was to prove that there's God, not to tell you that there's fat or not.
There is no God. If you're buying a course,
let's go back to
if
the
you're
topic.
buying a course to learn about a God, there is no God.
You see, you're
the
making
God
a
would
big
reveal
mistake
itself
right
to
now.
you without you having to
Okay.
buy a course, without somebody having to.
Hello,
you
everybody. I have a
about the
question for
God.
this brother.
Yeah, but
He's
I'm
gone.
still
That's what I
talking.
came in to
Why
say.
do you think that your question is more important than mine?
So just finish this one?
Yeah, but Miss Vessel, or let me just say this to you. Yeah, no disrespect. I'm not even offended. Nothing is being said that I didn't expect. You don't know me and I don't know you, but I just came in to say there is God. Now I use the
God that you have to
Ifa.
pay a course to get
No.
close to?
I'm not getting close to God by going through Ifa. I'm only trying to know about the medium.
All right.
Pick up a book and
I'm only
read it.
trying
There's
to know
many
about the
books
medium
that have
because I
been
ain't got
written
knowledge about it, and I'm only trying to find out.
There's many books that have been written. Pick up a book. You don't need to go and pay a random man or random people and sit in a class. You really don't.
Okay. I've been reading those books. Yeah.
I would like to move on from Ifa, please.
Okay, thank you. The reason I came in was saying there was God, and there is God. And I just used the fact as an illustration to say, listen, there's things people did before the Bible came, and they.
Yeah, but then you're gonna get in trouble, because if you believe in God and then you research other deities, you're gonna get in trouble for double dipping, though, because God is a jealous God. So you're not supposed to even acknowledge these other ones. So you've been getting yourself in trouble by this research.
You may as well practice Hinduism, because Hinduism was there before Ifa. So you might as well be Hindu.
And if the Ifa practiced anything at all, whatever it is that was there prior to these religions, they didn't believe in the God. Right? You believe in God. There was no God prior to them bringing their religion to your people. So your people did not know God. They brought the God. They brought the idea of God. So anyway, I heard the lady said they want to ask a question.
Lucian has been waiting to ask.
Who?
Lucian.
Okay.
Sorry, I want to ask you a question based on your religion. So before I start, I would like to ask, are you a Christian or a traditional believer, or you believe in Ifa? I just want to be clear about that. The attitude.
I'm non-religion at all. No religion for me. I don't practice any religion.
It's not religious.
Ifa is not a religion. Thank you.
Ifa is not a religion. How come people believe in him?
No. So for a lot of Yoruba people, they would not group Ifa to be a religion.
It's not religion.
A belief system, yes. We can call it a belief system. There is debate about whether it is a religion or not. It's that's one of them that becomes problematic.
I mean, so far from all I've done in my research, it's not
excuse me. I'm still asking.
Can I pitch in? Can I pitch in about Ifa?
Lucian was still done. Lucian?
Oli, you want to say something?
Oh, is that Olu?
Yeah, I had a question earlier to the brother, but go ahead.
Okay.
So,
who's next to speak? Wait, because there's another lady there. Olu, did you just come up now?
I wasn't done with him.
Yeah, let's just let it flow in order.
It's Lucian, Moon, and Olu.
Okay, Olu, let's take it in that order. I beg you, just so that we have some order.
Okay.
I beg you. Olu, just relax.
Okay, not a problem.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Just ask a question.
So I wanted to know what have been the benefits of Ifa to the Yorubas. That's why I came up. Yeah, because you said you believe that God exists, that there is a God, and to prove that you made reference to Ifa. So I want to ask, what is the benefit of Ifa to the Yorubas? What was the observable benefit of Ifa to the Yorubas?
I believe it's a source of knowledge that they acquire to know one's destiny or who to marry. For example, I've known people to go to Ifa to go and check if they're compatible before they go and get married. People to give birth to a child and go and ask to say, what does the child's future, or what sort of job should they do, or what can Ifa say about his child?
What?
And they will follow wherever Ifa gives them as a pattern for how to grow the child or something.
Wait, sorry. They go and ask Ifa, who should I marry? They give birth and go to Ifa and ask what the child is going to be.
So it's a medium to consult and know the things that you don't know.
Why do they want to know these things?
If you're compatible with your partner that you're choosing, would you not like to know them?
You would know now when you're dating somebody. You will know whether you're compatible or not. Now you need.
But back then there was no dating. Back in Yoruba land, you don't date. You pick from what family you want to marry from, and you go consult if the girl and this boy is compatible.
What of now? Now that there's dating, do they still go do these things or what?
I'm not too sure they do.
So why would they go and be asking what that child is going to be or something? What did you say they do for the children?
Yeah, when they give birth for the Yoruba, they go there to ask what the future or destiny of the child is. So, for example, the farmer say, "Oh, he's going to be a successful fisherman." So from young, they'll put him in that trade. And if they said he's going to be a farmer, they'll put him in the trade. Whatever this father tells them to be or that the child is coming to do in the world, the family will try and put that child through.
What if the Ifa priest, what if that one lies? How will you know he's lying?
God bless you. How do you know the line? That is where I start to now.
So the Ifa priest tells you that the child.
I really wanted to know that. How do I know this?
Ifa priest will tell you that your child is going to be a mechanic. Meanwhile, your child is going to be a doctor. And now you start putting him because of what the Ifa. This is dangerous. This is dangerous, guys. We go and ask about the future of the children, right? And then we start putting them. We start putting them in the line of whatever the Ifa priest said.
I mean, there's another deity called Oshun in Oshogo. People go to that river.
Hold on, please, because you said something about back then. You made reference to back then. They would go and consult about this because there was no dating. We're in 2026. We don't need this back then belief systems, right? We don't need it. It doesn't work in 2026. It functioned then for those people. It's not functioning in 2026 at all. We don't need it.
So we got people that want to ask. Yeah, please let's let them ask their questions. Who was it? He was Lucian. Was Lucian done?
I'm done because I asked him.
I was gonna ask,
and that is not an observable benefit. Okay. You understand? Because even without the knowledge of Isa, without you knowing Ifa, you can still get married to someone you're very compatible to. And the Yorubas have had other deities outside Ifa, and they've been getting married to themselves. So that is not an observable benefit. He has not given me one so far. Okay.
Let's hear from the lady.
I was first of all, thank you for giving me a chance to ask the question. I was gonna ask him if Ifa is a religious or if it's what, because I'm South Sudanese and my ex-husband is Yoruba and I have 4 kids with him, but he came to US when he was very young, so he doesn't know that much about culture stuff. So I was gonna ask, what is it? Is it a religious? But somebody else already asked, so I'm just gonna drop and just listen.
Okay, so did you say? Wait, one second. Did you say he's your ex-husband or current husband?
Yes, it's my ex. We got divorced 13 years ago, and we got 4 kids.
Okay.
From Yoruba. Yes.
Okay, and how are things going? Okay.
The kids are grown right now. Our youngest one is in college, and I shift them back home to South Sudan. That's where they live.
Oh, really?
And so their father, yes. I live in US, but I ship the kids over.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm always in your I'm always in your
Moon. Yeah. I see you.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. But I like to learn more about you guys. I mean, we're divorced, but I still love Nigerian.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
Moon, perhaps you can ask a different question since the one that you wanted to ask already answered.
Yes, it was that Ifa is that a religious? Somebody already asked. I just needed to know, what is it? Is it a religious? Is it just a beliefs? Is it a cultural thing? That's what I was going to ask him earlier.
There is debate, about.
It's not religious.
Whether it is a religion. Some people.
It's a medium that comes up.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can fit Ifa into a religion.
It's not.
For every Ifa worshiper you meet, they just believe in all different things. So
I
it's
mean,
really
listen, somebody worshiping Shango from Shango shrine will go to Ifa to go and consult. Somebody being from Washun in what's it called
no,
again?
that's not answering her question about whether Ifa is a religion or not.
It's not a religion.
That's not answering her.
It's not a religion.
Okay.
Because from all the other kind of people from every kind of Yoruba land would go to any Ifa place that they have.
It's just
my sister. It's a belief system. It's just believing.
People go once in their life. People go twice in their life.
Believing, like
People
believing
don't go
in
at all.
Jesus.
It's just a belief thing that they go to.
Yeah, it's like believing in Jesus.
Belief is a belief
Son of God.
system, and my sister, it's a belief system that there is no evidence for.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
I think one of the
okay.
the
I'm Yoruba.
precursors of
Wait, 1 second. Olu?
Yeah.
Olu?
So Ifa is not a religion, but it's nothing more than a ancient civilized computer. It's one of the most like recognized oldest computers
Ifa is a computer.
Like world history.
Wait, hold on.
It's finance, it's numbers.
I'm asking Olu.
It's a
Did you say
it's
a computer?
It's compared. Yeah,
Just
it's
like you
compared
go
to like
Google
a
and
binary
ask things
system,
in Google right now. That's what
Ogbeni, can you let Olu speak?
Right.
It's Olu that I'm asking.
So a lot of people, it's not a religious belief. It's more of like a consultation type of belief system. You'll consult with the person, the Ifa person, and they'll do their thing or whatever. Like they'll put their marks in the bowl of sand or whatever.
So that's like a spiritual leader, maybe?
That's when,
like a priest.
I guess you could call it that. Yeah, like a priest or a priestess, right?
How is it
and
a computer?
a lot of people like to. It's they compare it to a computer.
How?
Because it follows a binary system.
What?
So like it's not like an actual it's not like that's what they compare it to. They compare it to a binary system. But I still
binary system, Olu.
But
binary system might be well.
So
something to do with mathematics.
I mean, yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. I think
right.
I think I get what
that's
she's
what
trying
they
to
compare
say.
it to.
It's almost like
it's almost like
an abacus or like
system.
a calculator or like like an abacus or like a calculator, like something where you input information and then you outtake information. So it's like all right, it's very interesting.
Right,
very
exactly. That's what they that's what they compare it to, right? So even with that information, I still it's not a real thing. And if anybody is like a Ifa worshiper, priest, Ifa priest or priestess, they're not like magicians, or they don't have like some portal to like some spiritual world. You literally have to take what they say with a grain of salt, because I know for a fact that they don't know what the hell they're doing. They can tell you anything. There's no.
But he just said that they determine who you're gonna marry. So that means they were just guessing, like they just throwing guesses around, and then maybe it happened, maybe it don't.
Moon, it's all lies. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all a scam. It's one big scam. Moon, you can go and buy robes tomorrow and claim to be a priest and throw chicken bones and tell people's future. The gullible ones will believe everything you tell them. Somebody will come to you and tell you that, oh, I've got an offer to earn $1 million in America, but another offer to earn 50,000 in Australia. What should I do? If you are bad-minded and jealous, you will tell the person to go to Australia, right? It's ridiculous. People who can't make up their minds are the ones who go to this and consult these people. That's why they get scammed.
Just to add a little bit of light on like the current like topic of discussion and everything. I can respect like where Olu's coming from, explaining it as like a systematic structure, you know, with like reference to like figures within a community, and then you ask for something and then you get something out. You put in some information, you get information out based on the information that the professors hold. I can understand that and everything, but one of like the key determinants of like a religion is you know, acknowledgement of like supernatural behavior, reverence of like you know, like a certain deity, sometimes like unalived or like alive and everything. And I think like ritualism, as in like practicing a certain sense of behavior ritually, like whether it's weekly, monthly, yearly, or you know, like that. I think these are the core principles that actually put the credentials of a religion and everything. So I don't know if that sheds light, but I think that that these are the credentials of a religion, to practice in like ritualism in some sort of effect and reverence of yeah, some sort of higher power or acknowledgement of it. I just wanted to just drop that into the conversation.
It's 2020.
So if this is really true, why they're not stopping the death though?
My sister, it is 2026. People need to move on from these belief systems.
So actually, the reason why I came up here, so not only was I trying to like basically give like an explanation as to what it is, the reason why okay, for those who, you know, they do the whole spiritual thing, I need y'all to ask yourselves, right? With the consults, the rituals, the practices and everything, I feel like all of those things that our ancestors have done and the things, the current things that people who practice that are still doing now, like I just want them to acknowledge that there's still bad things going on in this world, right? There's nothing magical or mystical about this world, right? I just feel like humans were just another species that just happened to evolve over time. And that's it. There's nothing more to life. Like it's just what it is. There's nothing more beyond us. And I feel like they have a hard time drawing a thin line between being self-aware and trying to draw conclusions to like what may have happened. Like basically what I'm trying to say is that a lot of you guys come across as crazy because you guys trying to come up with all these things, and the evidence is still there. Like the things that you guys do, it doesn't it doesn't show anything. You're just pulling stuff out your ass. Honestly, you like there's nothing more to this life.
Olu, I love you. Olu said, you're acting crazy.
I just like I really wish we could be more self-aware and just be honest with yourselves. If you don't know something, it's okay to not know something. Okay, just take it as it is. Just have fun. Just live in the moment. Just be present. Like there's nobody's attacking you. Okay, bad things happen to people every single day. Like today, my account went negative, right? I get paid tomorrow, but hey, I don't know why my account is going negative, right? But hey, I mean, and that's nothing compared to what others are going through. We have famine. People are getting great. People are getting unalived every day. There are active wars going on. I don't see people going out there and, you know, doing their witchcraft and their EFAP or spirit practices. I don't see them doing that. And if they do, nothing. It's changed nothing. Our ancestors have gone through slavery, right? Their beliefs they get anywhere. What got them? What how they were able to help us by observing what was them, right? That's it. Nobody was talking to them, right? They had their own ability to figure out, hey, okay, this is how this works, this is how that works, right? And that's how they were able to survive and come up with new inventions. So there's nothing spiritual about that. You're like the meaning spirit is it just means your emotions. Is nothing more. Nothing more to it. Like everybody experiences emotion. So I just
Yeah. Do we have does anybody else want to say something? Sorry, Olu, I'm not trying to. I thought you were done.
I wanted to ask a question.
I'm basically done.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to
ask a
I want to
question
get back to the topic as much as possible.
Yeah. So
he came up to come and tell us that there is a God, and he said the God is Ifa. I'm sorry, you're still positing another belief system. It's still another belief system. So I don't know.
I never said the God was a fuck. You misheard me, probably.
So what is the God then? What is the God? If it's not Ifa you were talking about, then what is the God? The one that you said there's evidence for. Which one is that then?
Okay. That's the evidence I'm using to you that, look, before the Bible came to the Yorubas, before anything came, they had this Ifa belief. And what were they trying to consult? They were trying to consult God. They were trying to know what you would not ask for a destiny if you don't know there's God. You would not ask for future if there's no God. So they go to the Ifa to know what their own destiny, what God created them to be.
They go to Ifa.
I
They go to Ifa, but they are not consulting God.
Afro, I disagree because
See, with the Ifa priest,
before they practiced Ifa, they were practicing something else, and this is a proven fact. Human beings evolve, and as they're evolving, they take on belief systems. Right now, they've abandoned Ifa, they're in Christianity or Islam. Soon, they're going to abandon Christianity and Islam for something else. So before they practiced Ifa, they practiced something else. You need to find out what is that something else that they practiced. And then after that, you need to find out what was that other thing that they practiced. It goes on and on and on, and you're going to find yourself in a never-ending circle, all because you want to know what your future holds. Anyway, it's your life, it's your time that you want to waste.
No, but whenever they are consulting Ifa, they are not seeking for a God. There is no God behind Ifa. God is the white man's thing. That's the white man's stick. So I think you are not doing Ifa any service when you say that going to Ifa is consulting God. God and Ifa and the religion, whatever that was there, I'm sorry, they are not the same at all.
The Yoruba word Eledumare.
No, it's not the same as God. Sorry.
What's that then?
Eledumare is Eledumare. God is God. The two are not
exactly.
the same.
Yeah, they're not the same.
The people that translated the Bible, because they were trying to find words to fit so people can understand what they're trying to say, right? This is the harm that Christianity, this particular religion, has done to these people. Is you've taken the deities that they worshipped and then named your Bible gods. they took the gods of these people and named them after the Bible gods. Now, Eshu. Imagine saying that Satan is Eshu. Meanwhile, Satan was just Eshu, was just a deity, a mischievous deity. That meant no harm, just mischievous, just
Yeah, he's
one that
there.
came with jokes.
Yeah, they're
Can I
referred
ask a
to as a
question really
trickster.
quickly? Can I ask a question really quickly to the attitude and everything? You see these like priests and everything that are practicing Ifa and everything. Are they in alignment with the God of the universe as described from the Bible, or are they in opposition to that God? Because I think the God of the Bible is strictly prohibits them and acknowledging them. But then I think that if you go to these voodoo priests and everything, they would claim that they're in alignment with the originator of the universe. So based on your perspective, what do you think the actual bigger picture is? Are they in alignment, or are they polar opposites?
I mean, I can't answer for them all, but for a few ones that I know of, they might be in alignment with God.
They can't be. They cannot be, because the belief systems are completely different. Ifa does not have three parts in one. Ifa is not God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Ifa does not have a son that he sacrificed to forgive sins. Ifa no gets heaven and hell. So we are not talking about the two. They can never be in alignment. Never.
Well, that's what religion brought. That's what religion
I actually have an answer to. I actually have an answer to your question, Knowledge. So, I'm gonna give a quick backstory. So before I became atheist, right, I had started deconstructing religion, right, but I still wasn't fully like letting go of the concept of a spiritual world or like the concept of a God just yet. I felt like there was still a higher power. So I was struggling, and I had came across that Ifa priestess. And so I reached out to them on WhatsApp because I came in with the belief that if I consulted with this Ifa priestess, then she would have a solution for me and I would become better, right? I was dealing with PTSD and anxiety, and it was debilitating. It was affecting my life. I could not eat during that time period. And I knew I didn't believe I wasn't a Christian anymore, but I felt like there was something bigger than me that could help me, right? And so I was also in the school of thought of doing what your ancestors did. I'm a Yoruba person, right? So I'm going to consult with, an Ifa priestess.
Your ancestors.
Right. So I contacted her on WhatsApp and I told her everything. When I tell you I was flabbergasted, okay? So a lot of genuine Ifa priests or priestesses, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, before they even tell you to consult to like a creator or like something outside of you, they're going to tell you to connect to your Ori. That means your head, right? This woman literally told me that there's nothing like magic or what like Nollywood has portrayed it to us to be, or like not just Nollywood, just like what others portray the Yoruba spirituality to be. She's like, there's nothing of that sort. She told me that I need to connect to my Ori. So basically like talk to myself, like touch my head and speak positive things to my head. That's it. That's all she said. Right. And so I thanked her for it, but I feel like that's when I knew that, okay, there's no such thing as spirituality. There's no such thing as Ojuaye or like your village people are after you, juju and all this stuff. A true genuine Ifa worshiper or consultant would literally tell you to connect with your body. If they tell you otherwise, then they're not true. They're fake.
That woman, oh my goodness, she is a good one.
Yeah, she's a good one. And she didn't take any money from me either.
Oh, wow.
And she's, yeah.
The other ones, hey, that's when they will now start. If I say,
right. And now, mind you, she's actually against religion, right? She doesn't do, she HATE, like she does not like religion at all, especially the Christian religion. She's aware of the damage that it's caused to West Africa, especially the Yoruba region. So she says she doesn't understand why people are still religious, but this wasn't her telling me this. This was on her social media. She was picked up on. I found her. I think she was on. I don't know if it was BBC or like it was some type of. It was a credible media outlet, and that's how I found her. I found her Instagram, and I have followed her on socials and stuff. But yeah, she like a true Ifa consultant will tell you to connect to your body. They're not going to tell you to. They're not going to tell you to do sacrifice or there's somebody's doing you or whatnot. No, like they don't even believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't believe in that stuff. They'll tell you that it's fake, it's not real. So they're more like they're more with connected to the earth.
But after all, this gentleman said that he's not religious, that he doesn't have a belief system or religious system that he practices, but he's insisting that there is a God out there. I'm not following.
It's not. It's a bunch of. It's just confusion because 1 minute Ifa, and then we're talking about God. They are consulting Ifa. They go to Ifa to consult God. Just how? How does that work? You go and consult and say, "Oh, find out who I'm going to marry. What's my child going to be?" Those people are scamming you. It's all a scam. Big scam. They've been doing it long enough to even some of these people you get there, they tell you, your name is so and so, you're married to so and so, you're married to this. They've already checked you out. They've seen your name, or you're going to come and see them. Your friend has told them about you. Yeah, your friend has given information. Guys, we need to do better.
It's no different.
There are fake
with the
ones.
church
Agreed.
pastor Afro.
No, I agree they're fake ones. But you know, in Yoruba land, before a king, before they crown any king, they have to consult the Ifa in those lands, the real Yoruba lands.
Let me tell you something. They were still humans at the end of the day. Okay, they probably just chose who they liked, right? And I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure.
Can I ask this question, please?
Thank you.
The Oni of Ife, please. How many wives does he have?
Mind you, that man is Christian too.
How many wives? Does the Oni of Ife?
I'm being dead ass. That man is confused.
How many wives does the Oni of Ife? How many wives does he have?
I think he has like 8, 6 or 8.
He's just marrying them, man. Now, you just said something, that to crown somebody, they go and consult Ifa, yeah? So really, they went and consulted Ifa to put that man there, yeah? And Ifa knows this guy will just be marrying, he just going wild. Every year or so, another wife, And these women, they I don't understand. And this is the one that Ifa has given another Solomon. Ifa don't tell them, say, okay, now this one.
He's a Christian, Afro. On top of that, he's a Christian.
One of his wives was a prophetess.
I remember. She used to wear white, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So she stopped practicing Christianity. She's no longer a prophetess.
She's no longer with him.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
So Holy Spirit that revealed to her that this is her husband, Ifa that revealed to him that this is your wife. They were lying.
Don't back up.
Hey, wahala.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, like, I keep telling, see, life is not hard. You people just complicate life. I promise, just have fun. Bad things will happen. Like, I'm not saying like is going to be like a better.
Is it me or what? I can't hear Olu.
Unless
is it
anxiety.
Olu's got 2 red bars.
Okay, Olu, okay.
Oh my goodness. So I've been talking this whole time?
We've been hearing you, but some of what you're saying is cutting out.
Oh, it's choppy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just the last few seconds.
Is it still bad right now?
Seconds. No, it sounds good now. But yeah, just the last few seconds, it just kind of chopped up. But we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like I'm just saying, like, the quality of your life will be so much better if you can just figure out why you have this fear of not wanting to let go of this God concept. If you're able to just, just shake that down or shake it away, I promise you life would be so much better. And you'll become more self-aware, and you would also be more in tune with the human experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be less hateful. Oh, sorry, excuse me. You'll be less HATE.
Sorry for what?
I didn't know if that was a TikTok friendly word.
No, it is TikTok friendly.
Okay. Well, yes, it'll make you less hateful, and being a pain in the butt trying to convert people to something that's not even real.
Just 500 pounds to learn. 500 pounds.
Honestly,
that's somebody's rent for the month.
That's it.
In the UK, if you're lucky, yeah. But then, like, overseas, that £500 is doing a lot. Trust me, that man is eating very well. I'm telling you. In the chapel, I swear.
Well, who certifies all these Ifa priests? Who certifies them?
It's self-certification, Afro.
Exactly.
Do you know you can be an Ifa priest and a pastor at the same time? Sunday you go to church, Saturday you're in the shrine. Simple. Make money. This is just business. Belief systems is business. Why? Because they know that there are many gullible people out there. They know that there are people who are just timid and afraid. They want to know what is to come, right? So they'll manipulate you and they'll take your money.
Meanwhile, they say many of these pastors, they're in these Ifa shrines looking for power. Because they know that they are God and Jesus. Nothing did yet. So now they go to the Ifa priest, going to go and look for power.
Correction. There's a difference between a witch doctor and an Ifa priest.
Sorry, what's the difference? All right, what is the difference? Hold on. Hold on. Can you tell us the difference? Please tell us the difference.
Well, the difference is an Ifa priest only deal with natural things, the grander self to earth, and they deal with more of Mother Nature. While a witch doctor could be a wizard to the Shango shrine, Ogun, whatever, any other deity out there is never Ifa. So you won't go to Ifa because you want to do money rituals or you want to get rich quick. You don't.
Yeah, but that's how is it that a minute ago you go and consult Ifa When you're consulting Ifa, you are consulting God. That's what you said.
Yeah, you're
Now
getting
you are
what
saying,
God
you are
planned.
saying, wait, now you're saying Ifa only deals with the natural.
Which is God.
What?
Listen, with Ifa, okay, let me explain to you
What?
again properly.
Afro, the people
Ifa
that
people don't do no
brought the
sacrifice. When
the
you
people
said
that brought the term witch
you want
doctor
power,
have grouped Ifa amongst witch doctors. There's no need for this argument. There really isn't.
well, there's no need to group them among
So you're
Well,
saying
they've already
Ifa,
been grouped.
wait, hold on. You're saying Ifa don't do sacrifices.
They don't do all those blood magic and sacrifices. I don't know them to do it.
Now you are not telling the truth.
So far,
I think you're lying.
You're not telling.
No, I think you're lying,
there's
bro.
difference between witch doctors
You are
and
not telling the
Ifa priests.
truth.
No, I think you're lying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Still, I don't like to use the L word, but I think you're definitely lying.
No, you're not telling.
Earlier on, when she said Ifa is like a calculator that the people will go to and find out things, you accept to that. So I'm telling you, if I don't
accept it, so.
Well, for what I've said so far,
this whole conversation is disturbing because he's referring to people that go to the Shango shrine as
now you're now looking for people that do rituals when you start going to all those shrines.
You need to stop interrupting. You said that when people go to Shango to get this what do you call it, to get rich, whatever, right? Yet Shango is part of the Yoruba pantheon.
Exactly.
So what exactly are you saying? Ogun is part of the Yoruba pantheon. The same as Ifa. So I don't understand this guy. He's just confused. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So he can go and consult Ifa. He can speak to stones. Yeah, that's all okay. But the one who goes to Ogun is the witchcraft or witch doctor. When you go to your own, that one is okay. But the one who goes to the other one now is now become witch doctor.
Meanwhile, they're all part of the same pantheon, and he's saying Ifa mustn't be grouped with them. Yet they're literally the pantheon, Yoruba pantheon of deities. All of them are respected within Yoruba culture. But here you are trying. Oh, do you know what?
I have so many questions now.
No. Please, guys, maybe we can move on from this. Because this thing
I just want to say something.
We're going to be going around in circles with this.
Afro, I just want to say something. I just want to correct something. He lied when he said they never sacrificed to Ifa. They are still sacrificing to Ifa as we speak now.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They
Thank
are
you,
still
brother.
as we speak.
We know that. Vessel. Remember that woman that was throwing things inside the water?
Yes. Fanta, Coke.
I was just about to say that.
Fruits. And as she's throwing it into the water, people are diving into the water to collect it and eat. Can I just read through the pantheon quickly, Afro? Just because I think this is also educating those people who don't know. So it says here, the Yoruba pantheon is a rich, ancient West African spiritual system centered on Olodumare, the supreme creator, and hundreds of divine intermediaries known as Orishas. These spirits govern forces of nature, human destiny, and morality, and their worship has traveled globally to shape traditions like Santeria, Candomblé, and Haitian voodoo. So Olodumare or Olorun, the supreme all-powerful creator and source of all energy, distant and approached through the Orishas rather than direct petition. Orumila, the Orisha of wisdom, destiny, and prophecy, who guards the sacred Ifa divination system. Eshu, the trickster, messenger, and keeper of the crossroads, he controls duality, opens or closes paths, and must be honored first in rituals. So when you go to Ifa, you have to honor Eshu first. Yet this guy is telling us that this is witchcraft, witch doctors, right? Major deities and of nature and power, Obatala, the creator of human bodies, associated with purity, light, creation, and moral righteousness. Ogun, the fierce warrior god of iron, steel, hunting, and technology, revered by engineers, drivers, and metalsmiths. Shango, the powerful god of thunder, lightning, fire, justice, historically a royal king of the Oyo Empire. Oshun, the beloved goddess of sweet waters, fertility, beauty, wealth, and diplomacy. Yemoja, the maternal Orisha of the ocean and mother of many waters, symbolizing deep nurturing and protection. Oya, the dynamic goddess of winds, transformation, and violent storms, who also guards the gates of the ancestors. Now, this is Yoruba culture. When you go to the Greeks, they have their own similar pantheon. You go to the Romans, they have their own similar pantheon. You go to the Zulus, they have their own. Asian, every tribe under the sun. So when he is referring to God, what exactly is he talking about? Because as a Yoruba man, is he referring to Olodumare, which is completely different to the gods, God, Yahweh, that they refer to as the God with a big G. This guy is confused. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No wonder he has fallen for the scam, and they're taking his 500 pounds. I don't know how much he has lost so far.
He has put Ifa priest to test 7 times.
Let him continue. You're just wasting your time.
You're still trying to
learn about your culture. I've just literally Googled there.
You must not trust that priest if you have to test them 7 times.
This is the fact that you're saying, and also you practice Ifa. Ifa is a system. Olodumare is the deity. Orumila is also the deity who guards the sacred Ifa divination system. So Ifa is divination. It's not a belief system. It's like what you do when you go when you go and get your palms read. That process of reading your palms, that is what Ifa is, right? So if he's saying he believes in Ifa, he practices Ifa, you're not making sense. Go to Eshu first. Ask Eshu to open the doors first. Eshu is the deity you're supposed to revere first. Let him open the way, and then you do your divination while calling upon Olodumare and Orumila. Or if you work with metal, call on or is it Shango? I'm sorry, Oshun, Obatala,
Ogun for metal,
whatever.
Ogun for
if
metal,
you're a farmer, you call upon the deity that deals with the good harvest. If you're a fisherman, you call upon the deity that deals with the waters. This is how it is. But you're up here telling us that it's witch doctors.
Vessel, in some parts, families have their own different gods that they for not gods, I mean the deities that they follow, right? So they will tell people, go back to your family home, and ask them, which one do you follow? Now, to be fair to this gentleman, guys, to be fair to him, Ifa, they don't particularly have like written information, right? Where they put together, this is what Ifa is like. Now, the way Ifa is practiced, it is different everywhere you go. Whoever the priest is, it's a different sort of system. So, when someone comes and they tell you Ifa is this, Ifa is that, Ifa is this, Ifa is that, that's what they know. That's what they are being taught. And unfortunately, Ifa is not a practice that you can say, it's not a universal sort of practice. There's just so many moving parts with Ifa. And this is why you will see some would say, oh no, we don't do sacrifices, while some are heavy on sacrifices.
It's like Christian denominations.
Exactly.
You've got Roman Catholic, you've got Anglican, you've got Baptist, you've got all of them praying to Jesus, but praying in different ways. This is where the confusion is.
Yeah. So that is it. So, and this is what happens with belief system, because it's a belief. Yeah, people can just add and subtract. Oh, I think this, therefore this. I called on Ifa 10 times and he answered me. So now it's going to tell the next person, call on Ifa 10 times.
But the thing is, Ifa is not a deity, Afro. This is what they're not being taught. Ifa is not a deity. The practice of finding out what like when Christians are praying, fasting and praying, that whole process of fasting and praying, you can say that is Ifa. It's the doing, the looking for the information. That is what Ifa is. Ifa is not a deity. So I don't understand these people that say they worship Ifa. You guys are confused.
He didn't say he worship Ifa. He said it's a concept.
No, I just said like in general, the people that say that they worship Ifa.
Okay. Wow.
So I would just like to say that man, Akin Koju, or whatever his name is.
Oh, Akin Koju.
I like you. Yeah, I'd like you to come up. Let's talk for real, because I want to dead this right now. We can talk for real.
What's Koju saying? I didn't see.
Yeah. I can drop if you guys like to enjoy the conversation still.
No, okay, well, knowledge has left already, but I mean, he could stay. But I can call you. I've invited you. Come on, let's talk about it.
I think Andrew is always, he's a friendly. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Afro, but I don't like him. He's very disrespectful.
Wow.
We've gotten into an argument before, and he's going crazy right now. So I have time for him today.
Crazy about what?
Akin Koju, come up. Let's talk about it.
What's Akin Koju saying?
So,
you were still here yesterday. Now, yesterday came up.
So a couple lives ago, maybe I want to say maybe 2 months, a month ago, maybe. Yeah, he was trying to. I guess he was trying to like little girl me or something. Like I don't know anything about what I'm talking about when it comes to Yoruba spirituality, and I didn't like that. And so we had gotten into it. Somebody dropped him, but yeah, I hadn't seen him since. And I don't think I was on the live. I don't think I was active on the live yesterday. I was studying for a test.
So someone dropped him when that happened?
I think so.
Oh.
Okay, so Mr. Akin Koju, I'm going to keep it cute and respectful, and I hope you do the same. Can you do that? Because I can have a civil conversation, but what I won't tolerate is disrespect. Because I will cuss you out. But I can't be respectful too.
Afro, it is good evening. How are you?
Mr. Akin Koju, I greet you.
Yeah, thank you. First and foremost, I would like to direct my talk to you in particular. But the first question I would like to ask you, you've known me for how long?
I've known you for a while though.
Okay. Have I identified as an atheist before?
No.
Have I been against your ideology of atheism?
No.
Must I identify as an atheist?
No.
Thank you. The last time I came here, I made a mention of while I was speaking, because I mentioned the word that I don't identify as atheism. So Olu decided to question me and interrogate me on atheism. That do I still believe in something? So each time I try to explain, she mocks and laughs at whatever I'm explaining. And she's trying to argue with me that the sole framework of theology that Vessel of the Son was just explaining now, in fact, she, as much as I would want to say correct some things that she was saying, I chose not to, because with the understanding of she being able to just go on Google and just type and do some few research, she's able to separate some things, like telling in what she said. I had her mention that God is not the same thing as the framework of Oludumare in his entirety. I'm sure I had that right, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to tell the other gentleman here, that God and Ifa, he was trying to say that you consult Ifa. When you go to Ifa, you are consulting God. So
wow. I'm sorry I was not here. So I didn't even know when the guy spoke. So if for the basis of knowledge, because but before I go to that knowledge, I don't like when those of us that are in the chat, because I was typing in the chat responding to vessel of dishonor, I didn't even tag Olu. Olu decided to tag me by saying that Ifa is still a bullshit system. So nobody saw that as disrespectful. Nobody saw that as on now. You see what I'm saying now? Okay, let me keep quiet.
Okay. Sorry.
Let him speak.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, go. Please, I want to do something quickly, because she said that is the. Look at what I just typed in the chat. That's me copying exactly the first statement she made to me in the chat. It's still a bullshit system. You tagged my name. I didn't tag you. I didn't speak to you. I was just even applauding vessel of dishonor for whatever she presented while she was speaking. That was when I entered the room. But you chose to drag me into something. And I told you I'm not ready to talk to you. Now you open your mic on stage and said I should come up and I'm being disrespectful to you.
Okay, I did not do that. I don't know who muted him. That was not me. I'm so sorry.
Who muted
that was
him now? Was it?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Did someone shut his mic? Huh?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Come on, people now.
It was not me.
Did someone shut his mic? That's not me.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Afro. This is exactly what I'm saying.
Did someone shut your mic?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened, but I know I was just muted. I was even talking. I didn't know I was unmuted. I was muted until I heard you say who muted my mic. So I didn't know. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not offended by that.
Hold on. It's not that. It's just sometimes right now we're trying to sort this out. And if he is speaking, just let him speak, please.
So, as I was saying, in that day, immediately this same thing that is happening now, me talking over her, interjecting, is something I don't like to do. When I came on stage that day, before I even spoke, I asked for permission before I spoke, until she decided to engage me and interrogate me. And I don't like the fact that I have to talk and I'll be talk. My voice is loud. And I'm sure you know that, Afro. This is not the first time you know me. Yes. My voice is very loud one. So I don't like it. So the moment the hits went on, somebody came on stage and said I was being rude. One guy was speaking in a Jamaican accent or so, or something like that. And I left the stage. Nobody chased me off the stage. I left the room because it's not necessary for me to engage and just ride myself up unnecessarily. And I left the room. That's just what happened that day. So now, this is me in this room today. Now, listening, the first statement I had when I entered this room now is because it's about you seeing your narrative, which I'm not going to say is wrong, whatever way you viewed my position that day or whatever. But right now, presently, I came into this room. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. I don't care. You are not the only one in the room. So I was speaking on something else, applauding vessel of dishonor. And as I said, the first thing you said to me that is still a bullshit system. But here is something that we need to learn, and this is where I'm going to end, so that maybe we can get the hang of it, even if we have to discuss on questions about Ifa or whatever. The guy that came here, maybe that is his basic understanding. What matters to somebody like me is not about people looking at Ifa as a spiritual mythology or system. I'm looking at the mathematical expressions in it. I teach my child in Yoruba. I'm trying to break out of the matrix. If you don't understand me, Olu, I'm a father of 2 daughters, so I don't disrespect women. And my daughters don't go to school. Afro-80s knows that. I'm their teacher. My child can come from 1 to Egbe to the unlimited numbers in Yoruba, and she's 8 years old. She speaks 4 languages. Mine, my wife's, English and French. Perfectly, they understand it, and they have not been in any 4 world schools before. I'm not saying this to brag. It's a very hard decision for me. So I'm actually practicing what I do. So now, if you want to talk about Ifa Ifa to me, there's a guy on internet here. Please check on TikTok. His name is Sam Project. He's teaching Internet of Things with Ifa. There's a guy called Ifa Dare who wrote Mechanism of Ifa Divination beyond the mythology that we look at it for. Because there are some historical embedded knowledge in it. Either you believe in one mythology there or not. It's not my premise. I don't care. But what I say to people is that when you ask me what is Ifa, Ifa is an encyclopedia to me of the Yoruba civilization. Even the name Yoruba is just a name identifier in this era. We have bear different names. Lukumi, Anago. If you ask the Ewe person today, we tell you I am not Yoruba, but they will tell you their source is still Ile-Ife. If you ask the Anago, the same thing, but they don't identify as Yoruba. But they identify to the source, even the Ga people of Ghana. So that is my premise and that's my knowledge. So I'm not ready. And when I'm speaking like this, as I'm speaking to you right now, I am not angry. This is my expression. I express the energy of what I represent. Simple as that. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm really trying to understand what's going on.
So that day,
I think, Olu, that we need to just let's we're grown. Things happen. We say things. We type things. It's harder to communicate your thoughts really in a comment section. Yeah, we will misread, misunderstand. We will, I don't know if, just for me, I don't want us to go all this back and forth. Oh, you said this, you did that, I just want to appeal to Olu and to Akinkonju, because both of you, I mean, are great people. We will have our differences. Yeah, we all have our differences, and we would disagree on things. And this is why I say, just let's be respectful to one another. Yeah, we can, for me, you match energies, really. So I don't know if you are with me on this one. Please, I just want to ask for both of you to just let's just bury this, I beg, please. No disrespect at all, because who needs internet beef? Of all the beefs that you can have on the internet, let the internet be a fun place. Let it be a place where you just go and just wind down, so that you don't that's Kikonju has come again. Hey, that's Olu. Nobody needs that. Please, I beg of you. I'm not trying to invalidate anyone. Or I'm not trying to say I'm picking. Oh, you are right. So please, is it? What?
Yeah,
what
I think it's a confusion. That's what I think. Just misinterpreting what's being said, because Akinkonju is using it as an encyclopedia, right? And then Olu is coming from the direction of the discussion that we're having. The reason why she said it's BS is because of the person that we've got up here that is claiming that he uses it for this, that, and the other, right? There are people that are using it for the wrong thing. So both of them are coming from different sides and they're looking at it from different sides. So I think that's what's happened.
Well, and yes, Vessel, you are right, but I can't lie. I feel like, okay, I'm gonna just be honest, right? When my intention was to reply that to him because I remember the little argument that we had before on the previous live that we had. So I guess I was just being petty, but I mean my point still stands though. I don't take back what I said. I still stand on it. It's still a BS system. So yeah, but I mean, honestly, that day, I wasn't even coming at him any type of way. Like, I just wanted questions. Like, I was trying to understand where he was coming from, right? And he was being rude. He was being very rude. He was trying to little girl me. Like, he was saying that he was talking about he was old enough. He's old enough to be my dad. And he said that I was disrespecting him. Like, I'm like, we're two grown people having a conversation. You don't even know how old I am. And the reason I was matching his energy, because the way he made atheism, like he made atheism sound like it was like such, like the tone. It was like the tone, and I didn't like that, because it's like, what's wrong in being atheist? Like, it's okay. It's okay to not hold to. It's okay to lack beliefs. Like, it's the way he said it, and so I was trying to understand where he was coming from, and then like that's how it blew up. But he was rude. I'm sorry, I had to match his energy too. He was rude. I didn't like that. I didn't like that exchange from him. But yeah. But I mean, like, I'm willing to put, I'm willing to put it aside, just so I guess we could get along for the sake of this live. I mean, I'm pretty sure I won't see him anywhere else. I'm content with the community that I built with y'all. So I'm not really too pressed about him. I don't care for him. But yeah, I'll put my difference aside. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry to correct somebody. Vessel, I never said I was practicing Ifa yet. It's something I don't know nothing about. I'm trying to get to know about. That's how I started coming.
So you came up to prove that there is a God, yeah?
Yeah, and the proof, I'm only just going through what Yoruba left as history, that before the Bible came, the Yoruba did believe in a God system, and they did consult Ifa. That's what I said when I came up. I never said I was practicing it.
Consulting Ifa is not the same as God now. Just so you know.
Well, from the few things I've read, it's like when people want to get closer to God, they go and ask Ifa of what they should do or what they need to do. That's what I've read so far. I never said for once that I've done it. The test I did with the Ifa person passed that, yeah, this man is actually true. This Ifa thing could be true. Okay, let me get involved with it.
What are you testing him for? I don't get it.
Well, because something I don't know about, and I would like to know.
If you're going to the priest to go and consult the God, then why do you need to test? I don't know.
It's just the gentleman is confused. He's confused.
It makes no sense to me.
Deity, I just want to say something to him quickly. You see, there's a lot of misconceptions out there. I just want to correct it for you, especially the person we're speaking now, if you are confused. And these are some of the things.
He said he doesn't know.
Yeah, so that's why I want to help him correct some things. There's a lot of misconceptions that Ifa is a miraculous system where you go to check your life through a mirror and suddenly you become rich, or Ifa is like a pattern of timeline of things that already existed.
He told us that Ifa is for consulting. If you want to get married, you go and consult. They tell you what to marry or what. And if you give birth to a child, and the child is, you can go and consult Ifa to find out what the child is going to be. So
and the weather, what the weather will be tomorrow.
Mr. King, what is Akosejayi? What is Akosejayi?
But see, the Akosejayi thing you are talking about, you have totally mistranslated it if they're asking you that kind of question. Because that's not a translation of what Akosejayi means, because sometimes you have to be able to dissect the Yoruba language itself for you to even understand what it means. I'll give you a simple example, deity, before we talk about the Akosejayi.
Mr. Kinkoju, we did not talk about anything about Akosejayi.
He didn't say it to you.
No, we didn't say anything like that at all, though.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, let me put it this way.
We have not talked about Akonsejaye at all.
Oh, okay. Akonsejaye, that's what it's.
We haven't discussed that in this place at all today.
Oh, okay. If you didn't express that, let me just express the little knowledge I understand about it. But before I do that, for his own sake, I just want to let him understand that it's always wise to use the etymology of language to actually understand some things. Because, for example, I tell people this simple example. Oru, in English, they say it's midnight. But people don't look at that word itself in Yoruba and understand the scientific expression inside it. Because when you dissect it, Oru, if you remove the O in front of it and leave the R-U, which you pronounce as Ru, if you look at the direct meaning of it, Ru means to rise, to grow, to sprout. And when we say Oru, it's midnight. What happens during midnight? We grow, plants grow, and all those stuff. But they don't teach our children like that. Now, Akonsejaye also is an expression that talks about the first landing of a child touching the earth. But what that process is being used to do when they born a child is to understand the energy of the child. It's not to predict the child's life. Maybe it's a fire energy and stuff like that. That's the expressive way you can look at it in translating it in an English worldview. Because people do all this tarot palm reading, as you say. So all these things. So when you say Oduifa, it's just like when they throw that palm, it brings a combination of number. They look at the number. What secret, what knowledge is encoded there? They tell it to you. It is left to you to translate, or that Babala will translate it to you. So it's not just me about going there and saying, am I going to be rich tomorrow? It means you should know that yourself anyway. But you can't tell Ifa what to ask for you. It just depends on, just like, let me liken it to numerology now. When you know your date of birth, probably the kind of calendar, that's a different nuance. But you check your date of birth, there are some things they speak to you about. It doesn't mean that occurrence is something you live to daily in your life, but it's telling you some energy elements about you, what they can do, what it's all about, related to some things. And we understand that, and it is something you can prove because it's before they concluded on those characteristics for zodiac signs and all those things, is because they have tested different people to arrive at that conclusion that people born within this era exhibit this kind of character and traits. The same thing with your old Dufa. That's what it's about in the simplest form I can put it. I don't know if you get it that way now.
I mean, we pretty much explained it to him like that, but
yes, I do get it. But according to the history as well, before they crowned the king, there's someone I
wish was here.
What about that one?
Akara Ogun also would have been good to maybe to
I have tagged him.
Okay.
I've sent him a I don't know whether he's live on his platform or somewhere else. Okay. He's online, but I did tag him.
All right. Thank you.
And the last but not the least, if God is not Eledumare, then what is it?
Okay, that one is simple. That one is simple for me to tell you.
Can I say?
Can I help? Can I? No, Versus, please. I want to buttress you. I want to help.
That's Afro. It's Afro talking, not me.
I just wanted to say God and God and Eledumare have nothing in common. Absolutely nothing.
I've told him many times, Afro. You've told him this many times.
You see, let me help you this way. I already told you about etymology earlier. And even the one that I know of the exact meaning of Olodumare, even deeper Yoruba old understanding of that word even tells me more. But let's look at the simple standardized Yoruba language of today. Let's use that as a basic translation here now. Now, if you dissect that word has syllables, as you call it syllables, even the sound, Olodumare. Olo, in this case now, let me represent it to the owner of something. Because in the same point you say Eledumare, it means owner to something. Eledu, which is Olodu, the owner of Odu. Mo, which the Mare there now comes with joining Imo and Are. Imo means knowledge. Are means infinity. In Yoruba, we say things like Orire Arelo. It means a never-ending journey. You get? So when you say Olodumare, it means I want to literally kind of explain it, you are defining it as the owner. But in the owner in this expression, in the old Yoruba how would I call it? I don't know the English language. But the way I'm going to express it now is that because if you look at when we say Olodumare, there's Olo there too. So it doesn't mean the owner of Ode, but the entirety of Olodumare is talking about just the cosmos as just a single being, living and expressing itself through you and me, experiencing itself. That's the way I see it, based on its definition, if I want to translate it. So it's not, based on that definition, it has no relative meaning to God, because God too has his etymology. Even Allah has his etymology, and those names don't equate to it. And even in the Yoruba mythology, no matter how people believe, or they use the word believe, or any history in it, there is no heaven and hell. There is no concept of a God creating an enemy called devil, or the one that he doesn't give right or has a meeting with, that actually decides that I want to go and unalive one guy called Job or whatever. Those stories don't exist in Yoruba story. I don't know about any Olodumare saving anybody from Israel or Mecca, or maybe from Mesopotamia. I don't know, because the stories don't tell it. So that's why they are telling you it's different. That's why, as I said earlier, I didn't want to say anything, because when Vessel of Dishonor was saying what she was saying, she was eating the nail, and I expected whoever they were talking to, which I didn't know, should understand exactly from what she's saying. So do you get me now, that?
Yeah, I get you. But please finish it. Wani akodati asheda. What do they mean in Yoruba word?
Oh boy, I don't think this is the place where I'm going to even tell you this one. I beg.
Why?
Wait,
I'm
hold
just
on.
trying, please,
Wait, hold on. Hold on. The attitude. This is the reason why religions need to be kept in their own, where they originate from. Yeah. The Ifa and the belief in Ifa, this is for the Yoruba people. Yeah. Now, what is happening here is, because they have brought all these other religions, they've now used the other religions to mess up the religion of Ifa that belongs to the Yoruba people. Did you guys see in the comments, fresh in the comments, say, God is Amadioha. God, don't turn to Amadioha. When I tell you this God, the God is a real problem. God is a real problem. Huh? Guys,
Amadioha has 4 Zeus, same person, different hairstyle. One is blonde, one is.
I can't hear you, Joe. Fresh, I can't hear you. I don't know what you're saying. So, but what I'm saying is, look, Amadioha is for the people who know Amadioha, know what they know about Amadioha. The ones that follow Olodumare know Olodumare, how Olodumare is taught to them. But the problem is when you now bring the religion of Amadioha or Olodumare, and you now want to marry it with Christianity, that's where you start to have problems. And for me, I insist, Christianity and Islam, we need to get rid. If people want to choose those religions for themselves or these ideologies for themselves, that's absolutely fine. You can go and do that. Right? But just don't marry them.
I think Konju said God is not Amadioha. Please, I don't believe that. I don't know how he can.
Amadioha is not God now. No. This is, guys, I hope you guys are seeing. Can you see how
and this is why I said belief systems are bullshit. Because look at what's going on now.
So now the Igbo person thinks that Amadioha is God. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like the Akwa Ibom thinking that Abbas is God. Abbas is not God.
Lucian, you go teach me video.
Mr. Akin, though. No.
Lucian.
Sorry.
I got you, Afro. I got you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got you.
So all this while, I thought the etymology of God was the Greeks' interpretation of their deities. So as an Igbo guy, that is supposed to be God the creator is Chukwu Okukwe. But me now, I'm telling you that the God of thunder, the Igbo God of thunder is God, because I don't think that can be disputed. Because if the Christian comes and says that Yahweh is God, then Amadioha is God. True. How can Israel God be God and then my own God of thunder in Igbo land cannot be God? It doesn't make sense to me.
As Africans, we have deities. We don't have gods. Gods are a Western concept, like Zeus, Aphrodite, those kinds. That is them. We have deities. So when we practice what we are doing, it is different from what they are doing. So therefore, we cannot take ours and put them in the same bracket as theirs, because theirs are very hateful and vengeful. You can see how theirs has destroyed the African people. So it's a disrespect to take ours and put it on the same or give it the same title as theirs. There has to be a separation.
Yeah.
Religion is problematic. Sure.
Yeah, can I
quickly say something?
Yeah.
Oh, Ash, are you speaking? Can I mute for you?
Someone has a question.
Yeah, I want to ask you because I want to know. So, would you say this belief system is? Would you say it was just a concept created by humans? So like, would you say
Which one? Which one, Ash? Which one?
The Elodumare, Ifa, Madioha, and the rest of them. So would you say? Yeah, would you say it was a human concept? It just felt like
absolutely
we need to create a belief system.
I don't know. I don't know if it is just people saying, "Oh, we need to create a belief system." No, I don't know about that. But all I know is that all beliefs are all man-made.
Mm-hmm.
Man-made.
I'm gonna quickly find a source to show y'all because, and I mean, it doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. But hey, people need their hand held, even though they can clearly walk still. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a source where it says that humans are predisposed to believing that there are gods. And this was a study made by which research institute was it? It was a university. I'll find it and drop it in the comments. And it was funny because it was a Muslim person who sent me that source and trying to prove that his God was real. But again, they don't know how to read sources properly. But the source is still good because it's but that source basically tells you how humans behaved. And I just want to say that as medicine and technology and science continues to evolve, the need for belief systems will become obsolete. They're not real. It was just a way for our ancestors to try to understand or make out things that they couldn't really grasp on how it actually worked. So, we have FaceTime now. If we were to go back in time and show these people that, hey, I can FaceTime, I can see my loved one or my friend through my phone, they're not gonna believe it. They're gonna think it was some type of sorcery or some shit like that. Like that's just all it is. There's no such thing as spirituality. But let me go ahead and find the source. I feel like I'm just going on and on, but let me find the source and I'm going to drop the link in the chat.
I have a question for you on that. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, you said that this study or this research was shown to you by somebody trying to prove to you that the Muslim God Allah is the true God, right?
Yes, basically he was trying to, so he found that source. So okay, so we were debating, as always, and I told him to drop his source. And he dropped the source in the comments. And so when I went to go look it up, because you have to fact check whatever these people are saying that is their source, right? So when I went to go look at it for myself, it had nothing to do with proving that there was a God, right? Or his God at least. It had nothing to do with that. All the source was saying, all the article was saying was that humans are predisposed to believing that there is a higher power or a God or gods. That's all the article said.
So can you say critically that this person probably saw what they wanted to see in this research, that they showed you something that sounds very ironic from what it actually was? Because in recent times, I've come to understand that the most intelligent people I know in psychology, aeronautics, business, engineering, politics, all walks of life, only don't exactly sound logical and get too caught up in sentiments and talking rubbish. Sorry. And not being unintelligible when you hit that core of their religious beliefs. That's how I know that it's not something I want to have anything to do with. Because you just said it. This person was trying to prove to you that their God is real, and then showed you a research about the very opposite thing. Like, how does that work?
Yeah. And I always know those type of people, they don't know how to do research actually. Um they just go and type up something in their Google search engine, or they'll type up something in AI and click on the first thing that appeals to them. They don't even read it. They don't try to digest it. They don't even look at the references of the article or the paper. They just, all they care about is wanting to prove that their God is real, but they're not even actually doing the work themselves. They're not doing the research. They're not taking the time to actually, you know, do the thinking. But let me find it. I'm gonna drop real quick. I'm gonna disconnect real quick and find it and put it in the chat.
I read a book that says that more or less our chat GTP or the AI, like AI is the new God. And even when I read this book, AI was not even so. The name of the book is it's by Mark Manson. He first of all wrote the book uh The Subtle Arts of Not Giving an F. And then the name of this book was Everything is F'd. Yeah, so that book, Everything is F'd. Even when I read it, I was still like deep in the faith when I read that book. And then it was so crystal clear to me, but still, I don't know, I just shoved off all those things as just somebody's imagination, as somebody's very good imagination. But now a lot of things that were said in that book makes so much sense to me. That one day we'll all be sitting down playing virtual reality, and that will be the new religion. People will plug in their gaming system for religious experiences. Praise the Lord.
What's going on? Why is everybody mute though?
Yeah, everybody's not saying. Everybody. Shall we close the live stream, or if everybody is done talking? Raskilo has not said anything today. Hmm?
Can go back on topic, Afro, because this particular one I think has been exhausted.
Okay. Joker
Hey,
is
Joker.
here.
Joker, I see you. Joker, I see you for your for life.
Abe.
Oga Fresh.
Good evening. Good morning, guys.
Oga
How
Fresh.
far fresh? Man, okay. Joker is here now.
Joker, you want to tell them about that guy we use physics to say God is the fourth dimension.
I beg. No, you don't say God na fourth dimension. He explained second. He explained the second, third. You can't tell me say relativity. They explain fourth dimension. Because say, but God is beyond that. I can't ask him. I say, is God a dimension? He say yes. I say which one? He don't know.
He can't say he's beyond our comprehension.
But he can comprehend it, right? Oh yeah, explain.
That one of the most stupid things that I've ever heard these religious people say. God is beyond human imagination. But you are imagining God with that same brain.
But no, they don't just imagine the God. They collect money on behalf of this God. The God, their God, they like money. The God says, shall you rob God? Yes, you have robbed me in your tithe, and a God though that they say you can't comprehend. That God now, that God that you cannot comprehend, somehow that God wants your hard-earned cash. Only.
Imagine. You say God wanted a relationship with me, but you still say I cannot understand God.
You know, and I asked him, so if he's beyond this universe or beyond space and time, so is he a being? He said no, that I shouldn't look at God as with human perspective, that he has a eyes, a mouth, or an ear. So when we're going, and I asked him, okay, wait though, which God are we talking about? Are we talking about the same Bible God? He said yes. And I said, if you want to use the same Bible God, there's so many verses in where he was speaking to humans. So for you to speak, you need mouth. So Joker can't ask him. He can't say no that
their God, they sit on top of a throne. Let me see their God get a nyash. And I don't know how big the nyash is.
You know,
it's to be angels. It's not angels.
You already know what I want to talk, say. You say God no come meet Moses and Nadab and Abihu and the 70 elders. Say it's an angel. Say it's beyond the understanding of the person that wrote it. Say they are probably confused. So if they're confused, how you confused?
You know, someone actually said to me, every time you see in the Bible where God spoke, it was an angel speaking. God was speaking through an angel. Anywhere you see God said, or God, the angel did do.
So apart from the one that he spoke to Jesus from the dove during his baptism,
God wasn't even talking to Jesus. He was talking to the people that were there. God was so happy that they dipped his son in water. God said, no. I have to break protocol. I have to go and talk through the clouds. I need to let them know that I am so happy that my son was dipped in water. Honestly, I don't understand. I don't understand that particular part where God comes and says, this is my son, in whom I am well pleased. If you are not pleased for your son, who else will be? Olodo. How can a God come there and go, this is my son, in whom just cry. This their God. The way the guy they move, he's moving mad. God no get sense.
maybe the son no bath for that time.
My own.
And the new thing they do now, they want to use science to. They are moving to science to prove that God. And the more they use science, the more they even look stupid.
There's one there's this live I watched. There's this debate I watched Afro and a guy called Professor something. I can't recall his name.
Damn Lexa.
That guy was saying, yes, that guy was saying rubbish. Like I spent 1 hour listening to trash. Like trash. That was how hot I felt.
Where did you watch it?
Yeah, I first watched. I wasn't live for a short time because then it was Olu. Veso was the one.
Where did you watch it? That particular one.
In YouTube. In YouTube, you posted it.
On YouTube, eh? Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking for
on
it.
YouTube.
I need to see. Okay.
Yeah, the guy said rubbish, like rubbish, and I had to I chatted him up. He followed me. He now said something. He said, "If you want to know that you are brainless, come and debate me."
Yeah,
and I was just asking him questions. There was a part God Killer commented, and I just responded to God Killer's comments. He replied. Now, from his reply, I continued. I picked up from there. And at the point, he was now breaking out. He was crashing out. And I was like, wow. I'm actually typing. It's not as if we're having a problem. I just said something due to your Big Bang theory and mathematical evidence. And what the fuck are you saying? So the more you drag science, when you show them problems like, all these people that are handicapped, all these people with inabilities, they want to bring science into it by saying those are genetic. But when it comes to creation, they want to tell you that God is all loving and God has created everything in a wonderful way. And when it comes to all these people with inabilities, they want to tell you that it's genetic, blah, blah, blah. It's always frustrating.
Oga Fresh. Oga Fresh, oh. Oga Fresh, go and sort out your microphone, I beg. We can't hear you. Right now, you are not even showing on the thing. You're on TikTok.
So, and the second thing is, there's this guy that came today and said, God is all knowing. God is all knowing. Yet the Bible has 15, at least 15 cases where God forgets and God didn't know. Like God didn't know. Like when God was looking for Adam, God didn't know where Adam was. When God was looking for Cain, Abel's brother, God didn't know where Cain was. When God wanted to know more about Abraham, which means literally God didn't even know about Abraham. That is why he tested him. In Deuteronomy, when God tested the children of Israel, God didn't know. So why would they always come to tell us that God is all-knowing? 15 cases in the Bible that God forgot. God didn't know about something. God made investigations about on Noah's account, Genesis chapter 18. If you read down, so how come they tell us, even when God wanted to, God went to the land of Sodom and Gomorrah to check if there was a good person, God didn't know that there was a good person there. He had to ask Abraham and then go down. So how come they tell us that God is all-knowing?
Please, where in the Bible does it say God is all-knowing? Where in that Bible does it say that he is all-knowing?
Can you hear me? Is my mic better now?
Speak. Let's hear first. Say something.
How about now? Is it better now?
Okay, carry on.
So maybe in the case of Abraham Lot, maybe he was being sarcastic. Maybe he knew. Maybe it was like a rhetorical question. He knew, but he didn't just want to.
Who are you talking about?
He was giving him element of surprise. God was giving Abraham element of surprise about Lot. in that case,
God was giving who
he cited
what?
the example. He cited the example of Lot, like
God was being
asking
sarcastic.
Abraham if. Yeah, so he was.
I think you need to work on your mic, man. You need to work on your mic, fresh.
As you are talking, fresh, you're speaking, and then you're cutting out in between, so it's hard to make out.
Yeah, I think it's coming later than. How about now?
It's your mic. You gotta walk on your mic.
Yeah. If you're using a headset, just check if it's low. If it's running down, it can affect.
Is my mic better now?
Fresh, God is not happy with you because you have walked away from Him. That's why your mic is not good. God is calling you back to Him.
Sometimes I feel that way. And
Fresh, God is calling you back.
I feel that way most of the time. Sometimes I actually feel that way. And then, can you hear me? Can you hear me well now? Yeah. So the funny thing about that, about calling me back, is I found this community of ex-JWs because I've been physically in and mentally out until like a month ago, and in that last month, I've not been attending at all. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So the funny thing is, I've met this community of people in the faith that were formerly in the faith and all that, and then it's been quite a ride, and I'm figuring it out a lot of things. Like this year, they came up with this whole, the way they don't use blood, you can't do blood transfusion. This year, the governing body came up with the option of storing your blood. Yeah. And then I found out that that's the whole setup with the blood bank, and then how that was just their way of saying you can actually do the blood transfusion without actually telling you outright that you can do it. And then people that experts in the field will tell you that there's no way that if you donate your blood to the blood bank in 30 days or so, you don't get your own blood back. You just get matching blood. And then how, with the agreements with the government and these hospitals, they get to return like $10,000 to the governing body of the Jehovah's Witnesses. This is something very crazy because the closest Jehovah's Witnesses I know would never believe this. They will take it as some conspiracy theory, but it's actually very, very real. So basically, yeah. So basically, it's just been a whole ride with that. So
basically, religion is man-made.
It is.
Oh, man-made. Beliefs are man-made. If you want to believe in the sky, you want to believe in the sun, you want to believe in the moon, you want to believe in just anything, you're allowed to do that. But please keep your thing to yourself. Just keep it strictly to yourself. We don't want to hear people shouting on the road, Jesus is coming to see, Jesus is saying, receive Jesus into your heart. No, you can fuck off with your Jesus, please. Leave us alone.
Something like a teacher, like religion work hand in hand with the government so that they can be selling false hope to the common men, to the common people, Because tell me, in a country that works, if Nigeria work today, if we begin to have 24 hours electricity, good roads, good education, quality work, all of these things, nobody is going to waste their time and pray. That time that they are wasting to pray every day in church, they'll use it to work every day. to earn more money for themselves, because that's the only thing that works. There's nothing like sitting down in one place praying for one sky daddy. They are just selling false hope to these people. And until they realize this thing, then they are going to understand. The thing we are coming here to be wasting time, talking rubbish here, this is a serious problem. It's a serious problem that we are having. Every day we come here, we talk about this thing.
What I used to say is, if you, before I read books, like, yeah, I go read about the actors, you get, you know, there's this claim that Mary Slessor stopped the killing of twins in Cross River State, right? So one upon a time, I asked my granddad, were you people actually sacrificing twins? So he said, why not go read about Mary Slessor? Then I did my search. So if Christians would only make out time to read about the man who wrote the Bible, I think they'll have a little reason for not reading the Bible itself. Because even after King James published the KJV, he went on writing books about witchcraft, and this is outside the Christian religion, right? He's the author of the laws of witchcraft and witchcrafty, something of such. Yeah, he wrote other books. Yeah, and this man, just read about this man. In power, he just kept quiet. He said nothing about the unaliving of his mother. You should go make research about the man that actually wrote the book that you guys so believe in. You guys so believe in. You guys take to church every day. A lot of you read every single day. So maybe that would be a good start. Read about King James himself, the biography of King James, everything he did, all the books he authored. Before coming up to tell me that the Bible is just one of the books he published. The Bible is just one of the books, one of the many books he published. Go read about them. So that's just the thing.
They don't get time to go and read books. They don't get time. They only cherry pick their Bible. They only cherry pick. They pick the one that makes sense to them.
And the funny thing about that guy is when he wrote that book, the one about demonology and the witchcraft, it was almost like an attack on healers and people who did mystical practices and all that, because the research has actually proved that the character that we know as Satan, the devil in the Bible, started making those appearances from the KG. Because if you think about it, in Genesis, they talk about serpents, the serpents that they called it there. And then when you talk about Lucifer and all that, in those passages that do it's the king of Babylon. And then the morning star, totally different things. And you see, when you talk about the devil, the Bible explains it as the opposer and adversary and all that. So you see that this is not one personality. And that's why even in African spirituality, like when you come to Africa, like in Igbo land now, Ekwensu, like as they know the deity as the devil, was not actually the devil. It was the colonial colonizers that came and tagged that deity Ekwensu as devil in the Bible and all that. It's funny how in this generation there are a lot of parents that you need to educate about most of these things, because some people don't actually know the stuff. And just sad, just very something. All the at the time.
Like, there is a book that I would like these Christians or even anyone can actually go and check this book out. It is titled How to Make a Negro Christian. It is by Charles Calcock Jones. He was a slave owner and all of those. So he wrote that particular book. So that book is very, very interesting. If you have time, you can go and check it out.
See, let me tell you the truth, right? All that does not mean jack to Christians. You know why? I have discussed and chatted to the Christian about, and he brought up this book, right? And then he told me, do you know, even as at the time of the writing of these books, it was the Christians that were begging the slave masters if they want to lash the slaves 20. The Christians will plead with the slave masters and they will flog them 10. And I was asking him, and I was like,
Joker.
Yes.
Joker, the slave master were the slave master not Christian, so.
Afro, you know me, you go ask. Oh.
Night, Miss Annie. I thought the slave master too was Christian now.
As he just talk up, I don't know how to take look at. I don't know how it sounded in his head. That's the thing. So like I just kept. I didn't know what to say. I just kept quiet. It's like you are telling me because we're discussing slavery and if God wanted humans to have slaves at all, right? You are telling me that because he was explaining the slave verses in the New Testament, saying God is telling the Christians that if they are slaves, they should endure it, that they should bear it. And I'm like, why can't God just tell them to like work to free themselves? Like, why should they be enslaved for life? The children they give birth to will also be enslaved. That child, for example, now will never have free will, right? But Baba can tell me, say, when he told me that thing, I'm like, are you serious? He say, yes. Say, yes, the Christians fought. I couldn't look, say, Africa, we are cooked. See, we are really cooked. Like, and I'm talking to someone that is like above 30, by the way, right? Above 30. All I did was I sit down there, I think I said, Chai, we have a long battle ahead to fight.
My brother.
If somebody thinks, sorry, go ahead, Noves, go ahead.
I'm telling you that the work that we have to do in Africa. See, I don't know how I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it is beyond redeemable. I'm telling you, sometimes I feel like Africa cannot be liberated. Why? Because these people refuse to think. The lack of critical thinking is a serious problem. In a country where people are defending rubbish and you expect that kind of nation to grow, we get problem. I'm telling you. When I take a look at the Europeans making progresses, we are here praying. We are here defending Jesus and Muhammad. Like I said yesterday, I said the North is heavily indoctrinated, and the North is the reason why Nigeria is like the North is holding Nigeria back. That's the problem. I am telling you this thing. We have a long way to go. Like I said, what we are doing now might not be for this generation, but the coming generation, they are going to be the one to stand. Check it. In the last 5 years, there have never been awakening like this, the way it started from last year and this year. It's heavily. But still, we are not up to 1%. On this life now, this is a life of the awakening people. Let me just say, just 73 people here, but when Jerry Eze goes live, you will see 5,000 people there typing amen. For you, then that alone tells you a lot. I'm telling you, the brainwashing is too much. The brainwashing is too much. We are supposed to have 1,000 people watching this live now here, so they can make you to go to thinking.
Bless. Jerry Eze is 5,000. I don't think you were watching a proper Jerry Eze.
I mean for TikTok, you can see like 5K.
Okay, for TikTok.
Yeah, on YouTube, you see 100,000 people.
250,000.
Yes. Can you imagine? So you can never see any. You can never see any atheists.
Bros, hear me now. You today, if you open TikTok, you can even go and purchase a TikTok account that already has, let's say, 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Even if you know be Christian, where you just start to preach there. See, in a week, I promise you, say somebody go drop you 100K for your account. I give you 2 to 3 weeks. Just get enough followers. See, the more the money go they come, you go to ask yourself, now lie. That's what you go to tell yourself.
Hey.
Now, I swear, you tell yourself, now lie. People would pay. I don't understand.
I'm telling you, that's the problem there.
People bless. The thing is, Christians, they don't want to do research.
They know they do research.
They don't want to do research. Let me also tell you this, a very quick story though. Yeah. I used to play keyboard, so I attended this music school. Yeah. And they were teaching us about Negro spirituals. I don't know if you guys have heard of that word before. Negro spirituals are songs in the hymnaries that were written immediately during the slave trade and after. You understand? Those early Christians.
Yeah, I know about it.
Now they were called Negro spirituals. And Olu, do you know that you can play 99.8% of any Negro spirituals with the pentatonic scale? You know what the pentatonic keys are, right?
Yeah, I don't know that one. No.
Okay, the pentatonic keys in the keyboards are the black keys. Only the black keys, them black keys. So you can play any Negro spiritual with the black keys. Example, the Amazing Grace. Yeah, it's a very popular one. Another one is this one. Sing grace, grace, how sweet thou sound, the save a wretch like me. So there are other ones like are you washed in the blood, in the soul cleansing blood of the Lamb? So now when they were teaching us about the Amazing Grace, they said it was written to a rhythm of a slave. The lyrics of the Amazing Grace, if you go make your research, you see that as well. It was written to the lyrics of a slave. Now, it wasn't written to the lyrics of a slave that was enjoying with the flex.
What song is that was written to the lyrics of a slave?
That the Amazing Grace was written to the rhythm of a slave that was mourning out of pains. You know, when you don't flog person, that's how I imagined it, right? Because I don't think that person was happy. When you don't flog person or when you don't maltreat person, the person sit down, they mourn. The pain, the emotion was what the author wrote the Amazing Grace to. And Christians are singing this song.
There's another man that they said, who was it now? He was not a slave, but he was a slave.
The slave captain wrote it. That is James. I always forget his name.
That lost all his family. Everyone by finish. Lost everybody. The guy now started composing song. I've forgotten the name of the song.
Oh, Afro, their life also from that Amazing Grace to little town of Bethlehem. Then they give up for ages, cleft for me. But the one way they verse me pass. We three kings of Orient. There were not three kings now in the Bible. There were no three kings. People are singing this every day in the church, but they still don't know there were no three kings.
So if you go to all those Negro spirituals, you would see that they were written to fit Christian narrative. They were written to justify Christians. They were written to justify Christianity, rather. They were all written to polish Christianity. And now they will now tell you that Sir James gave his life to Christ because he was a slave master. The author of the Amazing Grace was a slave master. They will now tell you he gave his life to Christ. Now Christians will say God arrested him. That's the word they use. But all those things were just to whitewash Christianity. All those things were just to make it look perfect. There was no perfection in it. So if Christians can just, if you go to the hymn and check songs, all those Negro spiritual songs, and read the story, the true story behind them, you won't be singing them in churches. You won't even sing them. Like, initially, I used to love, and there's this song, Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. I used to love that song. But the story behind that song is so dirty that I hate someone singing that song. I hate it when someone is singing that song. I just hate it. Yeah. So those songs are songs that were written out of pains. Like they were written to rhythms of pains. And Christians, they don't make research to know about that. They just sing it in church and they think it's spiritual. And you see people falling under anointing. These are anointing that are channeled to our persecuted ancestors. And what the fuck are you all doing with the song?
Lucian, I'm gonna tell you right now, most educated Black people, they're aware. Unfortunately, they're aware, but they still choose to go to church. I keep saying this. If we listen, most Black people, they're just like social Christians. They're not even real Christians. I bet you if we all came together and created a church, we can just say we won't even have to say anything scriptural. Like we wouldn't even have to say anything coming out of the Bible. Like we can be preaching about our own lack of belief, and they'll still be there screaming hallelujah, amen, praise the Lord, okay? Because they don't listen, and that's the problem. They're dumb. Like we would be so rich. They don't listen. They don't care. And a lot of times it's their fear that drives them to these churches. The fear of the unknown, the fear of being sent to eternal hell. That's their fear. They don't actually listen. They don't care.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's just the thing. The more when you get deconstructed, what I did was I went to all those songs I used to sing. You get, yeah. I went to all those songs. I started making research, and then that's why I totally threw all of them away. I got rid of all of them.
I said
those things
Africans said that they are educated, and then I paused for a minute. I asked, what is education? What does education mean to Africans? At least if you're educated, I am going to list a few things that if we are educated, at least it is supposed to show. But now, number one, if you said you are educated, you should be able to govern your country. If you are educated, you should be able to create a working system that benefits the people, including you yourself. That is what I call educated person. And the second educated person is somebody who examines all beliefs. They ask questions about this belief, they examine this belief, they scrutinize all these beliefs. Education is not just going to school, get certificate, come out and look for a job. That is a basic of being educated. When you are educated, you should be able to have a working country. You should be able to have a working country. That's what I consider educated people. When you are educated, you should be able to have a working system in your country.
It's more to education. Now, education, don't get me wrong, I champion education. Education is very important, right? The right education. But I'm gonna give y'all an example. So when I was taking my gen ed courses in college, I took philosophy, right? And my class was pretty diverse, right? There were African Americans, there were Nigerians in there were white people, Middle Eastern people, Asian people. It was pretty diverse. And, there were a mix of Christians, there were a mix of Muslim people who didn't hold a belief. Like, when I say diverse, like my class was the perfect example of diversity, right? Now, when the topic of religion had came up, trust me, the religious people, the facts, the professor was literally giving them the facts, right? The professor would even, create opportunity for debate for the students, for us to critically think about the lecture, right? The facts were literally right in their face. They were literally arguing with the professor because they wholeheartedly believe that their religion is true. Like it's deeply ingrained, it's deeply embedded in their system. Like it's almost as if like it's their identity. They have a hard time separating religion from being human. It's like, so you could be educated, like, and I'm telling you, like, most of my peers, we all went to school and everything. They still come out religious. I feel like once we hit a certain age, they became more religious, probably because they want to conform to social norms. I don't know what the reason was, right? But, I don't know. It takes more than education. I feel like that person has to be able to do the work themselves. To be quite honest with you, I don't know what that would be.
Like I also read philosophy, right? But it's not in the university or in any college or anything. That is a self-taught. I self-taught myself philosophy, and I also have my own philosophical frameworks that I wrote myself, right? So, and the educational system to me, I don't know. It is important for real though, but at the same time, I feel like Africa needs to create its own educational system that actually works. We don't have to follow the white people kind of religion. We need to create our own kind of religion that education that actually works. I mean, we need to reform our education now. Look at the other countries that are doing it.
Big bless. The thing is, it's not. There's nothing wrong with education. You understand? There's nothing wrong with education. The only thing is, it has been whitewashed. You understand? It has been manipulated. Yeah, especially the African education. You understand? I never did history in school. Yeah, I never did history in school. So, because I'm not going to call the history of the white man my history. I never did history in school. Today in schools, they don't do histories. You understand? Yeah. So the educational system has been manipulated. That's just it. But when it comes to education, I'm going to say this. You can still be educated with a very high degree and you're still stupid. Because if you go to them churches, all these churches, you see their professors. Like when I was chatting with this professor I made reference to, this guy that had a debate with Olu and Afro, he said he has 7 degrees. That's what he told me. He has 7 degrees. And I told him he's still stupid.
Nexa has 7 degrees.
That's what he told me. Yeah, I'm going to go to my comments. I'll send it to you. I'll screenshot it and send it to you. Our personal chat. Yeah. He said he has 7 degrees. Yeah. So I now said, with 7 degrees, you're still stupid. You understand? That's the level of the damage of indoctrination. That's just it. Being in religion, that's the damage.